Welcome to the show. Against my better judgment, hit the like, smash subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome to the show. Against my better judgment, hit the like, smash subscribe. Let's go, let's go. Welcome to the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome to the show.
Bitch. Do you know what I hate more than anything in the world? It's a friend that you no longer talk to being a backstabbing skeezer. Okay. That's what I can't stand more than anything. All right. Look, if I'm your friend, even if we decide not to be friends, even if we get in a huge fight and I hate your guts, I'm still never going to spill your secrets that you told me when we were friends. Because at that point in time, we were friends. And I cherish that, even if we're no longer friends. Evidently, though, poor Tucker Carlson, he has friends like that. He has backstabbing skeezer ass friends. Okay. And what if I told you that according to one of Tucker Carlson's alleged ex-friends, I'm going to say alleged because this guy doesn't sound like a friend to me at all. And he probably never was, allegedly, according to my opinion. He's spilling Tucker's secrets. Okay. So I brought my cup of tea with me because we're about to spill some tea. So, yeah, I guess Tucker's ex-friend went and wrote an article for the Daily Mail. And he's saying that Tucker once told him about being attacked in his bed by something that left him gasping for air, scratched and bleeding. And that this alleged punk-ass ex-friend, he's now going public saying that he introduced Tucker to a trained exorcist who warned that he was in grave danger. Only for Tucker to he totally reject this help and called it witchcraft, according to the alleged ex-friend, punk ass ex-friend. Okay. He's not really a nice person if he's out here writing this article, in my opinion, allegedly. I think I have my shirt on today, in my opinion, allegedly. And what if I told you that the same ex-friend now claims that the demonic pressure on Tucker Carlson never left, and that's the real force behind the sharp turn in Tucker's guests, his new guests that he's been having on, his new rhetoric, and that Tucker's actually living out a modern version of the movie The Witch. Yeah. We're going to check out Rod Dreher's, I guess that's how you pronounce his name, his Daily Mail article, and we're going to discuss this wacko-ish. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Let me say hello to all of you. Oh my gosh, you're all looking so gorgeous today. Hey, how are you, Kathy? Welcome in. First one here. Gorgeous. I love it. AC is here. All right. Hey, y'all. Why do I not believe that this is true? Exactly. When you hear something from an ex-friend that's like now telling secrets, we're going to spill the tea because it's tea and I love it. I love all the gossip. But this guy's an asshole, in my opinion, allegedly, because you just don't do that to your friends. You just don't. It's ridiculous. Yet also was first. He says, never mind. But I think Yet was first. We've got 2 streams running again. We've got the vertical, we've got the big screen. If you don't like the vertical format and you want to see more of the screen, please click the link that's in the description. It's the very first thing. It says for full screen version, click here, something like that. Click that and you'll come over to the other version. There's a chat going in both. I'll show the comments today. I will make them wide and big so everybody can see the entire chat and you can respond to each other across the platforms if you would like. But I do this because, we're trying to hit 1 million subscribers. And sometimes when you're in the vertical format, more people can find your stream. So if you're new, please subscribe, hop in the chat, tell us a little bit about yourself. If you are a snarky bee, welcome in. You're in the right place. All right. You're in the right place. Era is here. Air says, hi, hey, hello, hola. Lavarusity says, I love this channel. Christ is king. Christ is king. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Holly House is here. I'm guessing that Philadelphia is coming after Tucker. Exactly. Yeah. This whole article, wait till you hear it. It's obscene. The crazy ish that's presented in this article is next level. And out of the blue, too. I don't know what the deal is with suddenly going after Tucker. I didn't realize they just decided to. It seems like you're gonna see this. It's pretty wild. Jill Sand is here. Yeah, finally made it to a live in time. Yes, welcome. And please hit that like button. We can't get to stream out to many people if you don't hit the like. It's all up to you guys. If you actually love me, you'll hit that like button. You'll share the stream out. You'll get your friends to come over and hang out with us. Kennedy is here. I'm here for the snark. Biggest hugs from Puerto Rico. All right, Puerto Rico in the house. I love it. I didn't know you were from Puerto Rico, Kennedy. That's awesome. Cheesy friend is here. What? I was working. Now what happened? Yes, please hit that like. Yes, double tap on the mobile screen. If you're on your mobile screen, you can double tap the vertical version to get that like in there. I appreciate it. The queen of the snarky bitch. I know that's right. Thank you. Thank you, Jill. Who else is here? Sedona. The third party is finally here. America First, Tucker Carlson. Yes, yeah. Hopefully, Tucker gets his third party up and running. We definitely need something, right? We need something new because what we got ain't working. Not at all. Emma is here. Hello from England. Welcome and cheers, Emma. Thank you for joining us. England's in the house. I know that's right. Where are you guys all from? We've got Puerto Rico, England. Welcome in Era. Welcome. I think I said hi to you already. I don't know. Ashley is here. Daily Mail. Yes, it's hilarious. You know what? I signed up for them just for this crazy tea and the scoop that they like to, talk about. Also, there's a little article in there about, what the hell's her name? Blake Lively and Taylor Swift and the threats that were going back and forth. We can look at that one too. If you guys want, we'll check it out after this. Tammy is here. Welcome in, Tammy. Salty Boo Boo is here. Yes, unfortunately, most people are backstabbers. It sucks. It really sucks. It really does. Vegas, I believe Tucker is in danger, but not because some spirit told me. Yeah. Tucker Carlson has been on fire lately as much as Candace. Yes, we need a third party for sure. Yes. Who else is here? Did I say hi to Erica? Hi, Erica. Deb Daisy. Hello. Tammy. Hello. Painful Truth. Hello. All right. Wisconsin, England, Texas, upstate New York. I love it. Cali. All right. Used to live in Conroe and DFW. Where next? DFW. All right. Hello from SLC, Utah. Is that Utah? Salt and Soul. SLC, Utah, I think you're saying. I don't know for sure. P Dubs. We know where P Dubs is at. She is in Australia. Tucker knows the truth. The evil alien lizard people control the whole earth. Me and my friend Jack Daniels have seen them. Welcome in, Rod. I think I said hi, Rodolin. New Jersey. All right, CD is in New Jersey. Welcome in. Native New Yorker moved to Puerto Rico during the pandemic. Okay. Okay. It's in your DNA. Okay, Kennedy. Now I know what's up. Yeah. Yeah. If you were in New York, you definitely grew up with the snark. All right. Uh Jean, I think it's Jean via while. I hate when they put the at names in here because, everybody uses the different ats. It's not really their channel name, what they really wanted their channel name to be. So they really messed this up with this. Welcome in Dallas, Fort Worth. All right. From the creeks and woodlands of Missouri. Welcome in Fairy Frequency. All right. Missouri in the house. Arena. Hi there. So happy to catch you live. Thank you. Okay. Dallas. Oh, Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ashley. I couldn't think of it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Jersey, Melbourne, Florida. We got people from everywhere. Welcome in, guys. I love it. Metroplex or Metro Mess. Yes, Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, okay. G'day, P Dubs. Yes, good day, good day. Colorful, cool Colorado. I think Colorado would be beautiful. Is it beautiful there? I always imagine it's gorgeous there. And I went to Puerto Rico one time. It was absolutely stunning. I don't blame you for moving there. Is it cheaper than America there? I mean, I think everywhere is at this point. But I wonder if Puerto Rico is cheaper than America. Yes, Jersey, paranoid Appalachian. Thank you, Painful Truth, for the $3 super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Okay. All right. Salt Lake City. Right. CD says, love your channel personality. Thank you. Indiana, Tammy, welcome in. Welcome in. Wow, 9,100 elevation. Woo! Woo! All right. Okay, definitely cheaper than New York City. Yeah, I think everywhere's cheaper than New York City. I just wonder if it's cheaper than America in general, because we're going through it over here. We really are. I mean, according to Blake Neff, who doesn't buy groceries ever allegedly because his mom buys them all, he says stuff isn't even more expensive than it was. Like, get out of here. You're all stupid. Like, oh my God. Illinois. All right. From your local penitentiary. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Painful Truth. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So crazy-ish. Yes. Stephen, welcome in. Happy Saturday to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Welcome in, everybody. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a article to look at here. Oops, stupid ass thing. Hang on. Okay, let me get back to it because it blanked it out. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to move the comments for just a moment while we read the article so this doesn't interfere with you guys. You might get annoyed with this. Let me go up and turn these off for a moment. All right. So yeah, this is pretty wild, guys. So I got the email from the Daily Mail and I clicked in to see what the tea was, what's the scoop, because I just like all that stuff. And yeah, I found this. Tucker Carlson was my friend until he started promoting a perverted troll. And I thought when they said this, he meant like Blake Neff, because remember he gave Blake Neff that I don't know, whatever you want to call it, to get into Turning Point USA. He gave him like the approval or whatever. So I thought that's the perverted troll that this guy meant, but evidently it isn't. So he says, so now I'm revealing his disturbing secret. See our private text. I mean, what a friend. What an amazing friend, right? He started promoting somebody that this person evidently doesn't like. And so now he's like, I'm going to tell his darkest secret and show our private text messages. Keep that in mind, people, when, you think you have a friend, because these people are just out here terrible. Terrible. I mean, I won't want people showing my text messages. God knows what I've texted. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine the horrendous things I've texted over the years. Ooh, oh my goodness. But here's the thing, guys. I mean, these people do this. Stuff happens in the past. They move on. they better their lives and things like that. I'm not holding people's past. I don't hold people's past against them like that. So, anyways, in the late fall of 2024, Tucker announced to the public that he had been attacked in his bed by a demon that left him unable to breathe, as well as scratched and bleeding. Lots of people laughed. I did not, because I believed him, and I still do. In April of 2023, Carlson, then a friend and host of the most popular cable news show in America, reached out to me with a problem, knowing that I, a practicing Orthodox Christian, believe in demons and had written about the work of exorcists. Carlson told me about the demonic attack. He recently credited an evangelical colleague of his with connecting him to an Orthodox priest to deal with the matter. In fact, I was the one who made that introduction. The priest is my confessor and a trained exorcist. He brought in a Catholic exorcist to help him counsel Carlson. I wasn't privy to all of the conversations the priests had with Tucker, but they didn't get very far. Shortly after I made the introduction, Tucker texted to thank me, but to say that their work seemed like witchcraft to him and that he would be fine simply reading the Bible alone. At this point, after this polite rebuff, the Catholic priest of the exorcist team told me that Carlson was in grave danger, guys, and that he had no idea of the power of what he was dealing with. So the exorcist team, I guess, did a little review of Tucker, and they were like, "Oh my goodness. I mean, you're in grave danger. You have no idea of the power that you're dealing with. This is wild." So, anyways, he says he's been writing about the occult off and on since 1992 when I witnessed an exorcist and his prayer team cast evil spirits out of a haunted house near New Orleans. In that session, I saw a large woman lifted up and thrown backwards over a chair. He says a large woman, like a big girl. Like, was she thick? Was she a thick girl? That's what I say. I'm thick. I'm a thick girl. Okay. So yeah, I guess he had to make sure to tell us like she was a chubby, right? If you talk at length with exorcists about their work, demonic reality becomes impossible to deny. Sometimes they enter into your own life or the lives of people you know. Now, listen, I totally believe in that kind of stuff, right? That could be possible. Tucker may have been attacked by a demon in his bed and scratched and things like that. I never ever like scoff at these types of stories because we just don't know what's out there, right? We just don't. And you see people, I mean, look what just happened with Perez Hilton. I mean, to me, that seems like some type of demonic attack, if you want my honest opinion. Seems like some type of demonic attack. And, yeah, so if Tucker thinks he was attacked, I believe him. They're kind of just putting pictures here now, and he told Megyn Kelly that he was clawed and bloodied by a demon here in 2023. And he recently credited an evangelical colleague with connecting him to the Orthodox priest, and he was the one who made the connection. This is a picture of Rod Dreher. He is the friend, the ex-friend, alleged. He's the ex-alleged friend, okay? Because this isn't a friend. If you're coming out here and writing this whole article, you're not a friend. You're not an ex-friend. You're a complete and total D-bag who may himself be possessed, allegedly, right? Because this is something a demonic, evil, possessed person would do. Come out here and spill somebody else's deepest, darkest secrets and write all this nonsense and try to get everybody to believe it, And we'll decide what we want to believe out of this article, if anything. I mean, I believe Tucker says he felt like he was attacked by demons, and so I believe him. If that's what he thought and that's what happened, then I believe him. Now, I don't know why he would rebuff the priest wanting to do an exorcism and call it witchcraft. That's a bit strange. Unless, I mean, we hear stories about, pastors and priests that might not be what they say. So who knows? Maybe he encountered something like that. Maybe he didn't trust the priest that you sent his way. Obviously, this dude is some kind of jerk, or he wouldn't be writing this article. So if he recommended a priest to me, I'd probably now be thinking twice about that priest myself, right? You just never know. So now he's going to, promote his book a little bit. In my stupid book, I write of a possessed Manhattan friend through whom demons manifested during my visit. A psychiatrist appointed by the Catholic Archdiocese could find no natural explanation for what she was suffering. She was at the time awaiting exorcism. Eventually, my friend, a faithful Catholic, was freed from the demons which entered her life through occultist grandparents. Occultist grandparents, guys. So, okay, let me get this straight. They were practicing witchcraft or something. What's up, everybody? I've got 198 people here. Let's all hit that like button, comment in the chat, throw up some hearts or laughing emojis or whatever the hell those things are on the side there. Let's get some action over in the chat. Let's see if we can get 300 people in here today. It's all on you guys. It's all on you guys. So, moving past this, in Rome of 2023, for Pope Benedict the what's XVI 10/16th funeral, the metal desk chair in my hotel room collapsed into a twisted heap as I stood nearby tying my scarf. Okay, so he was at the funeral. There was a metal desk chair in his hotel room and it collapsed into a twisted heap as he was tying his scarf. It was a new chair with nothing resting on it. Later, recounting the strange story over lunch with two journalist friends, the unoccupied chair at our table flipped over backwards. After the meal, I texted a Vatican exorcist friend to get his take. The priest replied, "That's just the enemy, letting you know he's watching you." Ah, okay. So now we get a little bit more insight into the enemy, right? We hear Erica Kirk talking about the enemy. We heard these guys talking about the enemy. And yeah, I guess it's Satan, right? So this is just, I guess, Satan hanging out, watching people like eat their lunch and stuff like that, like tie their ties and eat their lunch, because I guess Satan really is, he must not have had much to do that day. I don't know. He said, I spoke no more to Carlson about his scary 2023 attack. Later that spring, he parted ways with Fox News. In December, Carlson launched his own online podcast network. After some time, Carlson's long-form interviews began turning thematically darker and edgier. For example, in September of 2024, Carlson hosted Daryl Cooper, whom he described as the most important popular historian working in the United States today. On that broadcast, Cooper, who has no historical training, denounced Winston Churchill as the true villain of World War II. He characterized the Holocaust not as the planned extermination of European Philadelphians, but as an accident of poor planning. I didn't watch that. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's probably what happened, right? I don't think he would lie about that in the article, but I mean, that's his guest. It's not Tucker saying this stuff. This is somebody he has on his show, right? And this is the thing that we've been noticing. It's like other people want to control these people's platforms, right? They get a big platform and they get going, they start doing well, and then other people think they can come in and tell them who they should have guests, right? Look at Charlie Kirk. They were bitching about him having Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, and now you see this guy here bitching about Tucker Carlson's guests on his own damn show just because the guy's talking about Winston Churchill. Like, seriously, you're mad because he denounced Winston Churchill as the true villain of World War II? Are you serious? You're angry about that? And it wasn't even Tucker, right? It was Tucker's guest. Oh my goodness. So anyways, he said since then, Tucker, who denies being anti-Semitic, has hosted ever more openly anti-Philadelphian figures, troubled by his trajectory, but trying to be loyal. And that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Trying to be loyal. I decided that if he hosted the you-know-who loving, denying Gen Z live streamer Nick Fuentes, I would have to speak out. So if he hosted Nick Fuentes, that was it. So that's who he means, I guess, by the troll. That troll he said at the beginning. Okay, so you are just a friend of Tucker's. Imagine the audacity. Imagine the absolute audacity. You're a friend of Tucker's, right? You've been rocking with him for years. He had a serious episode where he thought, he'd gotten attacked by a demon in his sleep. He reaches out, you give him a priest. I mean, you're his good friend. And so, Tucker's minding his own business, doing his own show, right? Living his own life, which he is entitled to, because in case you forgot, this is America. Okay. You don't run a show. You're just a friend. Like, you're just a buddy of his. And imagine you're like, you know what? Since you hosted Nick Fuentes on your show, I'm going to spill all your secrets and tell the world everything about you that you don't want them to know. You know what I say to this kind of shit, don't you? You know what I'm about to say. You guys know it's coming, right? Fuck all the way off alleged friend of Tucker Carlson, because a real friend would never behave like this. Okay. Never in a million years. No, they wouldn't. Not at all. What a D-bag. He says that day came in late October when Carlson brought Fuentes, whom only months earlier he had described as this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago. Now he's spilling that, right? He's spilling that, saying that about what Tucker called Nick Fuentes. Probably like a little inside secret there, bitching about him and talking about him and whatever. And Tucker referred to him as that. But there are people that get their panties in a bunch and get mad because, Tucker, in a private message to his friend, and we don't know the back and forth, we don't know what the friend said, whatever, will get mad at this comment. Like, oh, can you believe Tucker said that about Nick Fuentes? That's terrible. Like, some people will get butthurt over this, even though it was a private conversation, and now he's putting it out here for the world, right? He says he had him onto his program for a 2-hour softball interview. I don't know if he means like it just was not a tough interview, if it was just like a whatever. I guess that made this guy's butthole actually hurt. He got super butthurt. I mean, his butthole was like really, really hurt. He says, on my Substack, I called out Tucker, once a sharp and skeptical questioner, for helping bring this perverted, Philadelphia-hating troll into the mainstream. In that essay, I warned that Philadelphians are the canary in the civilizational coal mine. Following Hannah Arendt's warning that a rise in anti-Philadelphianism is a clear sign that a country is preparing itself for totalitarianism by normalizing conspiratorial thinking. Now, that's a lot to swallow. I think he basically just said, blah, 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 I'm a little bitch. And, I didn't like who Tucker put on his show. And so I'm going to come out here and just try to ruin Tucker Carlson. And, because I'm reading this article, I have to say I like Tucker Carlson even more. And I'm going to start watching him on the regular. So now he has a whole new viewer in me, because I didn't really watch Tucker that often, right? I watch him here and there. I watch clips of him. I kind of sort of in my peripheral. But now, because of this, I'm definitely going to watch him. I'm definitely going to be like super supportive of Tucker from now on, just for this stupid ass shit. He comes back and says, Tucker's response was swift. He texted me an angry denunciation. Our friendship was over. Well, no shit. Honestly, what would you expect with that type of behavior? With the size of your ball sack, that you have the balls to text somebody else about what they're doing in their own life, on their own show, and minding their own business, it's just insanity. It's insanity. Truly insanity. Why is my reader not working now? Sorry, guys. I had the reader on. Truly insanity, right? So since then, Carlson has had a descent into anti-Semitism, which is not the same thing as opposing the Philadelphian government. It has only grown worse, right? His anti-Semitism has just only grown worse. So too has the embrace of Philadelphian hatred among younger Americans on both the left and the right. So what does that have to do with Tucker? I don't know. He says a month later, I watched a clip of Tucker, a clip of a Tucker exchange in which he discussed the spooky shit in the woods here behind his main house. Carlson discusses feeling the presence of evil spirits when he goes hunting there. He cites local legends about the area as being haunted and spiritually dangerous. Now, I don't know. Did you guys see that at all? Let me look. I got to move this to see my comment section because I can't see you guys in the comments. As soon as I do this, my article disappears. Let me make this smaller, maybe. Let me go down here. Emily here. Welcome, Shauna. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, they are folding like a house of cards. That's why all these idiots are coming out. I agree. It's just getting ridiculous. Always the blame Candace Owens and them for everything. You're right. You're right. It's always blaming somebody else for something. It's never just, it's always something. So it's just showing a picture of Tucker, right, saying that he has repeated his account of the demon attack multiple times. Picture Carlson recounting his experience. It's right here. He's recounting his demon attack, and then here with him and Nick Fuentes, and this guy's like, I decided that if he hosted Nick on his show, I would have to speak out. I would just have to speak out. I mean, what a piece of shit, allegedly, in my opinion. You've got to be a giant piece of shit to think that this is cool in any way. Honestly, ridiculous. And then, you know what? None of this is even that bad. What have you told us about Tucker? He rejected the thought of having the weirdo who he thought maybe potentially was a weirdo priest perform an exorcism on him because he thought it was weird or whatever. That's all we've basically learned so far in this tell-all about Tucker from his ex-friend, who wasn't really a friend because no friend actually goes and does this. He says, then it hit me. Tucker Carlson is living out the witch. He's living that out, guys. It's set in 17th century New England, in the 2015 Robert Eggers movie is about a prideful man exiled from his Puritan community to a cabin at the woods' edge. A demonic force living in the forest infiltrates the man's family through his arrogance, eventually destroying them all. It seems all too familiar to some who have watched Carlson's bizarre public unraveling. Has any of you guys seen Tucker's bizarre public unraveling? Has Tucker been acting weird or something? Like I said, I don't keep up on him that often, and so I'm unsure. But honestly, like, I've not seen him unravel in any way. I don't know. It cracks me up because they want you to think these things from reading these articles, right? There is somebody out there who's going to read this and go, oh, wow, Tucker's unraveling. He's going crazy. I mean, we've not seen it that I know of. I haven't seen anybody talking about it online, like none of that, nothing. But someone's going to believe that, someone's going to believe it because it was written in a stupid article. Then he says, is Tucker possessed? I can't possibly know, but I doubt it. Exorcists say true possession is actually rare, but he is oppressed by demons. So he's not possessed, he's oppressed. They're using him to spread hatred of Philadelphians. He says, I really think so. And I've discovered recently, so do others who know him and are trying to make sense of what happened to the journalist they once admired. So it must be that Tucker has just, completely and totally done a 180, changed everything he believes in. It can't be that we see some things we don't like and suddenly then we just don't like them, right? So it couldn't be that everything's going along smooth as ever, normal as ever, and then all of a sudden we, see somebody doing that one thing that we don't really care for. And we start going, I don't really care for that. I mean, couldn't be that, right? Couldn't be just normal events leading to Tucker changing his mind about things. It has to be like some type of mental break, or now it's like demonic oppression. It's demonic oppression. He says he's no longer the man I used to know, and it all started with some baleful entity assaulting him in the night. Oh, so that's what started it now. That's what started it, guys. A baleful entity attacking him in the night. That his proud refusal to accept help from priests with the training and experience to deliver him from that evil. Let's be clear. Okay. Tucker is not the enemy here. He needs prayers to escape the jaws of the real enemy, a devouring dragon whose insidious nature he does not comprehend. Okay. So who's the, who sounds like the weirdo in this situation? Honestly. Is it Tucker who's minding his own business and then suddenly Nick Fuentes comes on his show and this guy decides to speak out? Or does the guy who decides to write this whole article talking about Tucker Carlson as being devoured by a dragon whose insidious nature he does not comprehend? Let me know in the chat. If it's Tucker, put a 1. If it's the friend who sounds like a loon, put a 2. The Daily Mail offered representatives of Tucker an opportunity to comment on this article, and they did not receive a response. Rod Dreher writes this daily newsletter, Rod Dreher's Diary, and is author of the forthcoming book, Stupid Book. So I'm not going to promote it because this guy is a D-bag. All right, total D-bag. Total D-bag. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Demons are real. Non-believers are going to FAFO. Wait, what's FAFO? Am I too old for that? Yeah, I'm too old for that. I don't know what that is. Okay, 2. Yep, 2. I've had evil attack in the middle of the night. That's why she's an ex-wife. Look, I believe in this stuff. I totally believe in this stuff. And yeah, maybe Tucker was attacked, but I don't think his behavior is due to a demonic attack in the middle of the night a few years ago, all because he refused this guy's priest, right? He's like, no, it's because he refused my priest, I guess. I guess if he would have allowed this priest to perform a creepy exorcism on him, even though he wasn't possessed, right? We just found out he wasn't actually possessed. He's oppressed. Aja says, I'm behind. Welcome in, Aja. Oh, fuck around and find out. Of course, that's what it is. Dang it. I didn't even realize. Thank you. That is what that is. I had a brain fart there. My bad. Yeah, bringing dragons into this is going too far. Leave the dragons alone. Agreed. Yes, I've seen demons and I know they're real. Yes, I mean, I totally believe, Tucker could have been had that issue, but I don't think his behavior is attributed to being oppressed by demons. I think that people are just starting to wake up in the world and see things for what they are and get upset with certain things. And then when they get upset with certain things, then they say they're upset with certain things. I don't think it's like this. Yeah, I don't think it's that hard. And I didn't see no text messages. They were like leaked text messages too. There's like text messages. Oh my God. I didn't see those either. But yeah, I found that to be pretty funny. Let's see. So now we're believing secondhand demon attacks that a friend confided in you over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just, I mean, they're reaching. And I guess now it's like Tucker is under attack, right? I don't know why all of a sudden it's Tucker. Like, why all of a sudden they're going after Tucker like that. It just, I really don't know. But I find it pretty messed up myself. Let me go back to that. Let's go back there and go. I want to see this other article about. Let's see if I can find it for you guys. Oh, let's see. Yeah, do you think it's because Tucker is, or do you just think, do you think Tucker is oppressed by a demon, or do you feel that Tucker is just, pissed off at Philadelphia and what's been going on there? Oh, here's an explosive. Oh, goodness. Here we go, guys. Here's a good one. Wow. Hang on. Hang on to your hats, all. Here's another good one. Why is this small? What the hell? Wait, this isn't the right one. This one is. Yeah, okay. Here's a good one. I helped create Candace Owens. It's my biggest regret. For the first time, I'm spilling her humiliating private confession to me. It tells you everything. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know who the hell wrote this, but whoever it was, they helped create her. They helped create her. I don't know. Is this her dad or her mom writing this? I don't know who else could have helped create her but her father and her mother. I mean, wonder which one it was. I guess let's read on and find out. Let's read on and find out. Let me hide this here. Oh, you know what? I must have missed it. Let me go back up. Somebody, because I don't want to lose it. I need somebody. Oh, there it is. I need somebody in here to star these for me. I don't have nobody in here with me. Okay. This Money True said occult just means hidden. And thank you so much for the super chat, the 279 Canadian dollars, I believe that is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, occult just means hidden. Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to blame things on that stuff. And it's just like they just want us to see things that aren't there. They want us to now think Tucker's like he says oppressed, but I think he wants us to think possessed. That's what I think he really wants us to think, after all that. I really do. But yeah, over here to this Candace. They helped create Candace. It's their biggest regret. I guess this is her mom or dad again. Love her or hate her, Candace is unstoppable. So claims the media executive who hired Owens for the last job she had before launching her career as an independent commentator, rivaling the viewership of network news broadcasts with her nearly 6 million YouTube subscribers. I think she's over 6 now at this point. I think she's nearing 7. Okay. We're nearing 1. Speaking of subscribers, please hit that like, please subscribe, please leave me a heart or something over in the chat. Let's get that chat rolling up and get some people in here. But please hit the like. It's very important. I know. I shouldn't have to say it. It's annoying. It's really annoying. So yeah, this is Jeremy Boring. I guess he helped create Candace. I guess he donated some sperm to her mother. I'm not really sure how that works. But yeah, I guess he helped create her. Jeremy Boring, co-founder of the Daily Wire, isn't bragging. In fact, when he speaks about his former employee, it's more of a lament. I'm not the cause of Candace's talent or fame, but I did play a role, Boring says. He tells the Daily Mail in an exclusive interview, I should have been more discerning. The thing about that is, guys, they want that talent for themselves. Right? They want it for themselves. There's no discerning. He loved it. I'm sure he loved that she was super talented and people loved her. I mean, come on. Why would you hire somebody that's not talented and wonderful? Get out here. He says, I think that Candace can be opposed. I think that she must be opposed, but I don't think that she can be defeated. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. She should be opposed and she must be opposed, but she can't be defeated. I mean, why are you trying to defeat a woman who has nothing to do with you? Literally nothing to do with you at all. She's over here living her life, doing her thing, on to the next. And like you're sitting here talking about her, you helped create her, like you were part of the sperm that made her. Like, you know what, Jeremy? You really should fuck all the way off because you didn't help create shit unless you donated some sperm and yo ho daddy. Okay? That's the only way. That's the only way. Otherwise, no, not at all. In March, Boring stepped away from his role at the Daily Wire, which he launched alongside conservative commentator Ben Shapiro, helping build the startup brand into a media behemoth valued at $1 billion. You know what, guys? I think I want to build a media behemoth for $1 billion. How do you go about doing such a thing? Like, what's my first steps here? Like, what's the first steps here? I'm not sure. But he has since focused on creative projects like the production of the fantasy series The Pendragon Cycle, Rise of the Merlin, but largely stayed out of the public eye. Now, a year later, Boring is wading back into the fray to offer an explanation for his ex employee's seemingly impressionable, arguably unnerving appeal to millions. Wow. I don't even know when this was written. Boring believes that Owens is using, in his estimation, her peerless talent and charisma to satisfy her own craving for celebrity. The truth be damned. Look, she's doing a goddamn podcast, and you need to talk about things on a podcast. And if she's telling a story on a podcast that might not be true on a podcast, she definitely always tells us on her podcast. I mean, this is wild. This is like obsessively crazy, in my opinion, allegedly, right? So she's using her talent and charisma to make herself a celebrity. Okay. Fame is the driving fundamental priority in her life. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Do you guys think that's the fundamental priority in Candace's life? Fame? And notice this article was connected to the Tucker article, right? They got it like connected right on there. I think it's probably, she's been pretty famous for, pretty much a lot of her life, right? Most of her life at this point. She was working with Charlie. They grew famous like together. She went to the Daily Wire, did her thing. Then she gets in with Charlie, does that thing. Like, she's been pretty famous from the beginning. I think that's just part of her identity at this point. She's just a well-known figure. You can't unknow who Candace Owens is once you know who she is. It's not like she can help being famous at this point. Even if she quit doing everything she's doing right now, people are still going to know who she is. She's still going to be famous. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous to say that that's her main driving force. And even if it is, it's her life. And if she wants to do that, what's wrong with it? Like, literally, is there anything wrong with it? Say that was the driving force behind what she, what she's in here doing. Say that is her driving force. Being famous is her driving force. What's wrong with that? Isn't there celebrities all over the world that they go and they become actors and actresses for that very reason? Isn't there tons of people out here that do that for this very reason? People on TikTok, people all across social media. Like, aren't they all out here, pretty much some of them, a lot of them, doing this to be famous? And so what? So what if it is? Who gives a shit? Anyways, in 2020, Owens was announced as the newest addition to the Daily Wire's growing roster of conservative personalities. At that time, she was already established in the right-wing media ecosystem. Oh, so she was already established. I love how they say he created her, but when they found her, she was already established. Like, bitch, this is the funny thing about the Daily Wire. They always fuck something up like this. Always. Always, always, always. So she already worked with PragerU and as a communications director for Turning Point USA. Her monologues, critical of the public and media responses to the unaliving of George Floyd in 2020 and the subsequent rise of Black Lives Matter movement, grabbed Boring's attention. Okay, that's not strange or anything. That's not weird or anything. Are you serious? Candace has what in Hollywood they call it. She has it, says Boring. And she has the highest quantity of it of any person that I've ever encountered. Like, this is it right here. This is the summary of the whole issue, right? Candace has it. She has the most of it than he's ever seen in any other person. It's like he wants to possess it. He wants it for himself. He wants it. He's like, why does she have it? I want it. This is the kind of person you would see like on the news, in my opinion, allegedly, like trying to get the it out of her. And we would see it all over the news. Like, somebody finally snaps and tries to get the it for themselves, and we would see it all over the news. It's creepy. Carlos, we can see you. We can see you, Carlos. You're just there's two streams running. We've got a vertical and a bigger screened stream. So the people on the other stream can't see your comments unless you go over to that one. You can be in that one. And if you want to go on that one, you can head on over. Hold on a second. You can head on over. The link is in the description. All right. So I'm going to send Honey over the link. She's going to hop in and chat with us for a few. Let me find the link here. Yeah, I just find it very strange that I just feel like he's one of these people you would see on the news, right? Wanting to get the it out of Candace. It's creepy. It's creepy. In any interaction, she's the star of the room. She's the center of gravity. This is like something important to say and complete fearlessness about saying it. Holy crap. I never really read this and read into Jeremy saying this kind of stuff. This is wild. Oh my god. This is crazy. Candace has it. She has the highest quantity of it of any person that I've ever encountered. In any interaction, she's the star of the room. She's the center of gravity. Something important to say and a complete fearlessness about saying it. It's a little creepy. It's a little creepy. Yeah, the air cult is sending that man to the slaughter because they are terrified of Candace. She literally is dismantling TPUSA every single day. Yeah, this is so good. And you know, they're still fighting an update on that. They're still arguing over on X. They're still arguing terms over on X. It's redonkulous. I'm going to pull it up and I will give you guys an update. If you're not over on X, you might want to hear the newest, latest crybaby bullshit from this situation, this situation. Let's see. Yeah, now I saved it, but now I don't remember what I saved it under. Hang on here. Let me just search it up. Okay, let me search it up here. And I saved it for you guys. I swear I saved it for you guys. I swear I did. I swear I did. Oh, shoot. Okay, hang on. Let me pull in Honey real quick. And then I want to show you guys the update with the Andrew Wilson stuff. Oh, let me do it like... Oh, I don't... Oh, let me do it like this. Hi, Honey. Welcome in.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
Oh, we are pretty good. Yeah, we were discussing the entire stuff with Tucker. The article that I found on Tucker was pretty wild. It was an ex-friend, very creepy, like spilled all the tea on Tucker because Tucker had somebody on his show he didn't like. So what a good friend, right? What an amazing friend.
that?
So-
What is his name? Rod? Rod?
I think it was Rob something or other. I can't remember now. I put him out of my mind because he seems like such a jerk. But let me check in on the comments. Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous, girl. And then I found, of course, attached to the article about Tucker is an article that Jeremy Boring, where they interviewed Jeremy Boring about Candace Owens, and the stuff he's saying is pretty creepy. All right, so we checked a little bit about that, but I wanted to show these guys the update on X about this debate stuff because it's absolutely wild. They're still going back and forth. I really don't know that this debate is even going to happen at this point.
I don't know either, honestly.
Yeah, it's
so
kind
great.
of sort of like I feel like he's gonna back out. I
think he's also gonna back out, but I don't know why Candace would entertain his ass.
Yeah, a lot of people in my comments are like, why is she even bringing this up? Like, why is she even dealing with him?
Yeah,
I
I would be
think-
like, goodbye, you're weird.
Yeah, people think it's a trap, like she's falling into a trap. But you guys got to remember, this is Candace we're talking about. She doesn't easily get fooled, and I don't think she's falling into a trap. I think she knows exactly what she's doing. I think that's why she upped that offer to $500,000 because she wanted to see how bad he wanted it. how bad this guy wanted to, you know, get on there and discuss this with her. And he wanted it bad because he went ahead and was like, I'll crowdfund that. And, you know, Candace is like, no, we're not doing that. You're not ripping off the public to come and talk to me. We'll make it the original 300K. But I think it was all just like a little test. And even when they're talking this out, trying to figure out the terms, he is whining and trying to set like all these weird limits and terms, and it's very strange. But I don't think she's falling into a trap. I think she's sick and tired of just presenting this information on her show. I think she wants to go head to head with somebody to be able to question, like, to show everyone, because people are following him, right? He actually has a pretty big following.
He does.
And so I think that's to make a little more people see. She wants to just rip him to shreds so his entire audience can see it happen and basically see her point of view. I think that's my opinion. I don't know for sure, but I really think she just wants a target at this point. She's tired of like not having anyone at TPUSA to come forward. It's ridiculous.
Right. That's the part that I definitely agree with, because I think that I'm actually surprised, side note, that I thought she was going to say that she is going to require either Blake, Andrew, or Erica to be at the debate. I was like, oh, snap, she's going to lay it on. But then she was like, just to appear. And I'm like, no, Candace, you need to go all in. You need to be like, no, I want
she dropped that point.
$500,000.
She dropped that point now. She's like, I don't even care about that, which I didn't understand because she said that was her most important. But the thing about Candace is what she says is not necessarily what she means when she's dealing with scumbags, right? She's not going to give away her hand. So when she said, and this is the most important thing, I want Turning Point to claim you. I don't think that was the most important thing, because she wouldn't have said it was the most important thing. I don't think she'd have gave her hand away. So I don't think she cared too much about that point. I think that I think pretty much the world is under an understanding that this dude is connected to TPUSA in some way, whether he only worked for them once or not. He's over there hugging Erica. You know, we see him over there with them. And so basically, I think she didn't care about that point because she knows that we already can put those two together, right? She knows we're putting that together by ourselves. But I think she said that was her most important point so that he could feel like he won something when he said, no, I'm not going to do it. This is like Candace we're talking about. So she's
true.
You know what I mean? She's
this
like,
is chess, not checkers.
Yes.
This is chess, not checkers.
Exactly. So when he was like, and he's like, I'm not doing that. And then he felt like a big badass, right? Because he got his way, but she didn't really care about that. She just said she cared about it. That's my opinion on that. I don't know if it's true, but I have full faith in Candace. But Kennedy said, like his former business partner, Ben Shapiro, Jeremy Boring is ascribing his own skeezy backroom behaviors onto Candace. They can't imagine how to succeed without greedy backbiting. Allegedly, I agree. Geneva says, totally jelly. Yes. They think her ego stole their ego power. 3X, you're absolutely on the right track, in my opinion, allegedly. Oh my gosh.
I agree with that.
Okay, Candace Owens says George died from a rug thing, even though the coroner said the cop unalived him. This made her the darling of the right. Okay. We respect Candace and Tucker. They're real ones. Yes, risking their lives every day fighting against these devils. I agree. They all thought they could fill Charlie's shoes and found out how stupid and boring they are. And Andy K thought he was so much, or Andrew Cole was so much better looking than Charlie, who because of his beautiful brain was sexy beast. Yes. Yeah, Andrew doesn't compare to Charlie at all, honestly. Andrew is decent looking, but he reminds me of like he's plain. I don't know why, because he is good looking, but he's very plain to me, and he doesn't have that extra pop. You know, when you're plain like that, you've got to have something that pops, and he has nothing that pops. His brain is like slow. He's like, you know, I think he's partially retarded because he fell down the stairs a bunch of times. I could be wrong, but I allegedly think that he's like maybe fell down the steps. Like his mom like rolled him down the stairs multiple, like 15 or 16 bangs of the head. Something up there, something ain't right, you know. Um, Noticed that Candace was with Charlie when he was a nobody, laughed at humiliated was a broke college student scraping by to pursue a dream. Want to guess when Erica entered the picture? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Candace was there from, that's true. That's true. Candace was there from jump. They were nobodies when they met and wanted to, make change the world and be somebody's, and that's a very good point. That's a friend, that's a friend. Um,
I
yeah.
definitely think there's proof that when Erica came in the picture, things changed a little bit. The people
Mhm.
around him changed. The money coming in changed. Um, yeah, I think a lot. I think a lot has changed, and uh, I it all kind of leads to her, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think like you said, a lot of things just kind of changed when she popped into the picture. Some good stuff here, guys. Are you ready for this? Dun, dun, dun.
Did they keep it in like one thread?
Girl, this is hilarious.
Yo,
So
I love her. She's like, he's exhausting. Like,
he really is. So
mm-hmm.
I don't know when. Let's see when this post was put up. This was on the 7th. So yesterday it's at 10 p.m. He's still talking. Okay, 10 p.m. We did our live stream. I don't even know. It was 3 o'clock. So from 3 o'clock till 10 p.m. he's still going on about this. Right? Still bitching and complaining. He probably's even said more than this. But he says all evening the Candace Owens people have been saying she makes no claims and she doesn't have to defend any. Now listen. You're not in a debate, you douche bag, with the Candace Owens people. You're in a debate with Candace Owens. It doesn't matter
Right,
what Candace Owens fans are saying to you. You're in a
right.
debate with Candace Owens herself. If Candace Owens isn't saying that, then what are you over here talking about? This absolutely doesn't matter at all because we're not debating your dumbass. She is. He said, they claim I said there was overwhelming evidence for the prosecution of Robinson, which is true. I said that. So he didn't say that. So I mean to defend it.
Wait, go
Uh,
back up to the first line. Go back up for 1 second. All evening, the Candace Owens people have been saying she makes no claims, so she doesn't have to defend any.
yeah.
So, which like she makes no claims. Are they saying that like that's weird. He's weird.
Well, what was
He's
going
weird.
on is he kept wanting her to agree to debate on something. He's like, "Are you going to debate your case? Are you going to debate your case about Tyler Robinson?" Da, da, da. And he kept on that, and on that, and on that. And she just wouldn't answer. She was like, this isn't about the debate. Is for Andrew to." Debate the overwhelming evidence.
Okay.
That was what it
Okay.
was supposed to be about. And she just wouldn't answer that part. She was like ignoring that because she didn't want, obviously, that wasn't part of it. And he kept
Yeah.
going, well, are you gonna stand up for are you gonna show evidence for your claims? Are you gonna show evidence for your stuff? And she just kept ignoring him. But I
I
guess the
see.
people in the audience then jumped
Okay.
in and was like, Candace hasn't made any claims, so she doesn't need to defend any claims. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you even saying right now? And he's
Okay.
getting all butt hurt because it's Andrew, right? He's over
Yeah.
here boohooing.
That's
And
how he
it's
lives his
10.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 11 p.m. at that point. So I'm sure he's had a couple drinks, perhaps, maybe, allegedly. I don't know because I'm very, very stupid. I tell you it's all the time. Allegedly, in my opinion, it's all over my
Totally
boots
dumb.
here.
Totally
Allegedly,
stupid.
so dumb.
Mine
So
doesn't say that.
yeah, everything I say though, allegedly, because I just
Oh,
don't
oh.
know anything.
Yeah, we
Um,
know nothing.
Yeah. Well, he goes on. He says, however, Candace did make a reverse claim. I don't know what a reverse claim is. All right. She said there is overwhelming evidence Robinson was set up by the feds as a patsy. I mean, she said that. Yeah, there is overwhelming evidence that he was set up. She literally went through like four of the major points to this actual argument on her show the other day. I just watched it yesterday. I missed it the day it came out. So I watched it on Friday. And yes, she did. She said, look, there's all this overwhelming evidence that perhaps Lance was the one involved in this situation, right? Everything she said was huge, huge things. Like Lance has owned the Dremel. Lance's fingerprints were on everything. Lance's dog bed for his furry alter ego was in Tyler's room.
That's weird.
Yeah, he supposedly found a note, then took a picture of it, then burned it so the evidence would disappear. However, he had a picture of it, like all these things, right? And
Yeah.
again, I'm going to say over and over again, if like Tyler had an iPhone, any of his devices that are attached to that phone could have easily sent any text messages that they wanted sent. That's just from the house. Anybody could hack in if they had his password as well, right?
Absolutely.
And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think the feds probably have all our passwords or could get them if they wanted them, right? In some way, shape, or form. And so to me, these text messages, I want to see the device they came from. And that's what I want to see, because I don't know that they came from his cell phone while he was in Orem or wherever the hell he was supposed to be at, right? And where is his phone logs anyways? Where are the phone logs showing that he was at this whole entire time? I can't remember that part, but all that proves is his phone was in a certain position, which again, if you're living with somebody, like my husband has access to everything I own, everything of mine. He has access to, he can come in here and take anything he wants. He knows my passwords. I got a whole, thing of them that he has in case of an emergency. I mean, he has all my stuff. If he wants to set me up, he's going to be able to easily, right? Especially nowadays, because we all have the Apple everything. So you could use many different devices to pretend you're me at this point. And that's the same thing that could happen to Tyler. And so to me, those messages mean nothing unless I see which device they were sent from. And, even then it's still sketchy, because when you're living with someone, they could easily get your phone and run off and go put it somewhere, whatever. But regardless, she did make these claims that Robinson was in fact set up by the feds as a patsy. He said, so I will take the position that the evidence is more compelling that Tyler was alone, unaliver, not set up by the feds. She takes the position of her claim, which she says overwhelming evidence he was a patsy put there by the feds. If she agrees, then we are all set. How the hell can anybody argue against me here? We both made claims. We both defend them. I mean, because the thing is this, they're not there to debate two different things. Normally, I don't know. Normally it's like you're debating whether or not you have overwhelming evidence. She's saying you don't have overwhelming evidence. That was supposed to be the debate. He says, I have it. She says, you don't have it. It wasn't supposed to be, I say I have it. You say Tyler was set up by the feds. So now it's like a double debate, right? They're debating two different topics now. He's trying to throw a couple of different things in here and make things difficult, is what I imagine, right? Yeah. And he takes a clip of Candace saying, how can you sit back and pretend you don't see this? And Ian Carroll comes in and he says, Candace makes plenty of claims, and those she stands by, she should defend. But this is a debate about Tyler Robinson. You're representing this, the side that is trying to convict a man and put him to death, Andrew. Candace has not accused anyone of unaliving and is not trying to put anyone to death. Most of her claims are introducing evidence, tips, and anonymous sources. And yes, perfectly reasonable to question all of that if she's going to present it as facts and evidence. But you look awfully scared to actually champion your side of the debate that Tyler did it all on his own. You seem mostly just interested in trying to clip up a bunch of old Candace episodes out of context to try to attack her. If the evidence is overwhelming, Andrew, just go champion your position that Tyler did it on his own, that you totally believe with your full chest. And if the evidence isn't actually overwhelming, well, then maybe it's not so morally wrong for Charlie's best friend to ask some questions. No one cares what you think of the episode where Candace talked about Project Looking Glass, or whether you liked her old intro or new intro more. We're here to figure out who unalived Charlie. And so Andrew continues. So then what's the issue? I will defend my claim of overwhelming evidence and she will defend hers. Let's get to the truth. You agree, right? Oh my God. And then Mason chimes in. Oh, wait. Even more things happened. I missed it. Andrew, I thought you wanted to debate Candace over Charlie's unaliving. This has zero to do with that. You're just attacking her on all fronts. Why? Because she told us your wife has 3 kids by 3 different men. Like the whole world understands that's his trigger at this point, because he let that one rip on his other video, It's just, what's up, Coco Bean? Welcome in. Andrew was on a live deciding what kind of beer he was going to drink. LOL. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
I mean, he just gets sloppy though, and just starts running his mouth, and that's not good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like if you wanna throw a couple back, hey man, no one gives a shit. But you're getting sloshed and
If
just
you're
running your mouth.
Yeah, and
Fuck
like if
out of
you're
here.
going to debate Candace Owens, go ahead, have a drink, see how good you do. You know what I mean? You're
Yep.
already like you're just I don't know. In my opinion, she definitely is aware of the trap that they're trying to put her in. She's aware that they're trying to get her to say things that she shouldn't say. But I mean, Candace has been doing this for years. She's been debating for years. I mean, she debated alongside Charlie Kirk, who was one
Yep.
of the best debaters of our lifetime. I think Candace is also one of the best there is. I
Mhm.
think she probably has a team of attorneys that tell her what she can and can't say. I mean, she's been through this right multiple times and things. Um, and so I think she sees him coming a mile away, honestly.
I think
Yeah,
so too.
they are just going to make fun of Andrew. Who cares? I just went on a platform bigger than hers, which is why this all started in the first place. I mean, how the hell does someone like Andrew, such a total turd, get on such a huge platform is what I don't understand. Like,
Like
why are
Joe
they
Rogan.
platforming this douche all of a sudden? It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. I'm actually quite stunned by that. Like, why are they platforming this D-bag? So Candace is getting pissed, right? She goes, geez, he's still going. Yes, Andrew, I firmly believe there's evidence Tyler was set up as a patsy, and I'm more than happy to defend that claim. Can we now take this offline and organize the debate officially? This is just getting exhausting, which I think is your intention. Yes or no? We aren't doing this all day again.
Yo,
Candace
she's
is
man.
not messing around, dude. Yeah, here she goes here. And to be extra clear, yes, 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 I accept the claim that there is more evidence Tyler was set up as a patsy than evidence that he committed this crime. I'm willing to defend gladly with the facts of the case presented thus far. No more pivoting. Say yes and let's organize the time and payment offline. We are all exhausted by you. So then he says yes. Like
Wow.
he waits an hour, of course, though. Right. He
Of course.
waits an hour to say yes because he's like a dick
God, he's
bag.
such a douche. Yeah. D-bag.
Yeah, bad faith actor. He's just using this back and forth with you to boost his own irrelevant platform, in my opinion. It's why
Yep.
he won't settle details in DMs. These parasites thrive off of our attention. And that's pretty much the gist of it, right? That's pretty
Yeah.
much totally the gist of it.
And I think Dylan Dennison is fairly accurate at that statement. Like I do think that they are doing they're doing this publicly to boost their own numbers, their own, egos or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think for sure that's why he's out here just keep running his mouth on social media.
Yeah.
Pitsy says, in my opinion, Candace should not engage with this demon at all, ever. Run, Candace, run. And Shauna says, when you Google him up, the only way he makes money is through like super chats and live streams and stuff like that. He shouldn't have that much money just letting her mind. I don't get it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think he is getting the money from TPUSA-ish people, right? The Air cult is going to be sending him money. And I really hope if he does like, try to crowdfund this, I really hope that people just don't donate to this. It's terrible.
I agree.
Although I could see Candace taking the payment and donating it or something like that, you know how she is, And I think she is probably a person who does donate for things and does that kind of stuff behind the scenes with like anonymously and not trying to make a name for herself out of it. She's one of those that would do it just to be a good person,
Yep. Yep, I totally agree. She just posted something 13 minutes ago. What? I'm gonna look up. I thought at one point Andrew Wilson and somebody were going back and forth on X about like the money. Somebody else was throwing in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
hang on,
missed
I'll
that.
find it.
Shauna says, I'm confused. This is what he's done for a living. House. He got that much money. I don't trust all this. Yeah, I think that, yeah, I really don't know, Shauna. I mean, at least with his social media platforms, when he's out here posting on X, anything that you post on X, the more engagement you get, you make money from that stuff. Like, I don't know the whole thing of it because I can't make money on X. Nobody has my X and nobody engages with me ever. I think it's because I had it set up at first for something else, and then I switched it like I don't know, 7, 8 months later into this account here. That could be why I'm having such a hard time. But I literally can't get any followers on X, and people don't see my post that often. So I don't know the monetizing part of it, right? But you can monetize your content over on X. And if you're hated and you type something out there about Candace Owens, all Candace's people are going to come over and engage with that, right? They're going to come over and tell him to F off, eat a bag of dicks, whatever they're telling him. He's making money from that. It's the same thing with Paramount Tactical. He makes 8 to 10 posts a day with Candace, or 6 or something like that every day with Candace, and all of us tell him off. And all that's doing is making him a living. That's
Yep.
it. We're making him money by telling him off. So, again, the best thing you could do with all these people that come out here and do this kind of stuff and say this stupid shit, you can ignore them. If you don't say anything, they don't make money. And that's the best, like giving them any type of comments, taking your time to read what they say, even that also, the basically X wants people on there as long as possible. So whatever you do to keep people on there, you make money. And reading their content, reading their posts, engaging with it, all that stuff makes them, super chats is a way to launder money to influencers. I never thought about that. I don't know.
I mean, sorry.
It's still all on record though, but I guess
yeah, and
I
YouTube
don't
takes an
know.
awful big chunk to
Mhm.
use that as a way to move
Yeah.
money around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the hell is it? I'm
Oh,
on that
wow.
page.
Diligent blocked me because I agreed with Remington's mom that he shouldn't talk on something he doesn't have complete knowledge of. Like, sorry, I disagreed with you on one thing. Yeah, that's a little much. Like I said, I look, guys, I appreciate every single one of you that tune in to watch and hang out and listen to me, snark on things or whatever. And I do try to always, go through the comments and see what you guys are saying. And obviously, I appreciate when you just speak your truth. I don't care what it is. If you disagree with me, disagree with me. Like, it's fine. I'm not going to block you because you have a different opinion. We don't all agree on everything all the time. It's what makes us it's what makes people interesting, You have different opinions. You chat about things that you feel differently about. Some of my like best friends, I would debate with them all day long. Like, we'd sit there and argue about things for hours, and it was fun. I had a great time with it. And so I don't really block people for that. The only time I ever really block people is when they start saying like really disgusting things, or they're rude to other people in the chat or in my comments.
Yeah.
She should investigate him way more before accepting this challenge. He's a slime. Well, Pitsy, I have a feeling before she even brought that douche's name up on her show, she knew everything about him. I have a real big feeling. She probably put her team on that like days ago
Yep.
when she
Yep.
first found out about this. And she probably had her team pulling up everything about him, watching. She's probably been studying every single debate. I mean, she's really brilliant. I think this is going to be a great example of showing Candace showing what a badass she is. I really do. Cause I have full faith in Candace. I think she knows every trick he's going to try. I think she knows every trick he's going to try to play. I think she's already prepared for anything he's going to pull out of his sleeve. I think she knows everything about him. She does all his debate tactics. I mean, we were
Yep.
on Barron's one live stream. It was his members live stream, but he was going through all kind of debate tactics and talking about which ones Andrew likes to use. Even Barron can see what types of debating he does. And all she has to do is be prepared for that, right? And just kind of know how to counter those, which I'm sure she does. I mean, she's been debating for years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I definitely think that not only has she, but her team has studied his debate style, because I think it's the same shit over and over and over again. I do.
Yeah, I don't think he's as versed. I mean, when Candace goes out, she's debating like actual people on actual topics, and she was going out with Charlie, just debating a whole ton of different people about all kind of different things. Like, she's been doing this, and Andrew's been sitting on the whatever that show is called, debating one type of person, right? These
Yep.
women who are sex workers. That's what he debates.
Yep.
And that's been his whole thing for a while. And
Yeah,
then they
it has.
suddenly are like bringing him out through TPUSA. It's like, how do you give a platform to such a piece of crap? I do never understand it. I just won't. I just never will. And it's a shame, because this is what we do. We give platforms and we give our energy and time into the most disgusting, horrible things, and we make them popular. We do it.
Yep. No, and I agree with that. And I think Barron said it actually a night or two ago, like a few shows ago. But yeah, actually, it was right after she brought out the list of 92, right?
Yeah.
The protect, which remember when I told you the other day, like last Thursday or something like that, that those idiots were targeting me on X, calling me
Oh,
names and all this
yeah.
other stuff. That's the group. They're all in there.
Yeah.
As they're flipping through, I'm like, yep, that one, that one, that one. I'm like, this is so weird. Talk about projection. So they came in and attacked me and accused me of having some crazy group, assembled to like go after these people. Meanwhile, it's them. They were doing it. Like, that
That
is
was the
crazy to
list,
me.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
So
list.
92 people. I don't
Where
even want to
is
say their
that
names right now, because I
list?
don't even fucking I don't like, they're fucking useless people. In my opinion, they're totally useless. But
Yeah,
Baron
the thing
Baron
is
has
though,
said,
where did this list actually originate from? A person who was leaving the group, right?
right,
Said, so as far as we can tell, the only thing we can prove is there's a group of people that discuss this type of stuff and coordinate certain posts, and I guess you could call them attacks, allegedly, on
absolutely.
X. They coordinate all their social media to, aim at a certain thing each time. That's really
Right.
the only thing provable at this point. I don't think they can prove that they're paid, but I mean,
No. No, and I
you
don't
know,
even know, like, honestly, it's if they're not being paid, then shame on them. Honestly,
yeah,
because I think there's money out there to grab. But furthermore, like, what the F are you doing? Why? Like, it's obviously targeted attacking, whether you get paid for it or not. Like, a lot of these people, a lot of these people have quite a bit of followers, and each post gets a ton of traction. So they are making a little bit of change on X by doing this, right?
yeah.
So maybe they're not getting paid directly to, from anybody, but I mean, they're still getting paid via X. I mean, like, the one idiot has like 500 and some thousand followers. So every time this idiot posts, allegedly, in my opinion, just protect myself there. Um, it's every single time it's nasty, and every single time it gains traction and a ton of views and a ton of reposts
Crazy.
and all this other shit. So, um,
Yeah, it's like it just exponentially increases with each post that they put out, because they put, people repost it, people repost the reposts, and it's like it can go on and on and on. And so even though it's only 92 people, it can be a giant um,
well, it's
collective of
92 times
people.
however many people that it reaches. So you have a group
Mhm.
of 100 people, but each of those 100 people reach over 100,000 people each, right? So there's like this overlap, of course, of some of them, but it's just I don't know, and it continues to drive home the narrative, right?
Right.
It's just, I don't know. It's very strange. Um, but Barron did say, he was like, you gotta stop feeding into them. You gotta stop
Mhm.
commenting. You gotta stop, like, you
Yeah.
gotta like block and block
Yeah.
them. Just block, 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 block.
Yeah.
Just get rid of them because that's
I
gonna
mean,
be the
think
only
about
way
how
they go
much
away.
of us, how many of us there are that watch Candace. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of people. If they would just ignore all those rude things that these people say, they would not get any, like they would lose their audience and they would no longer be able to do this.
Yep,
We're the ones letting them do it because we're trying to defend people. And it's a
exactly.
shame that that's how it works. You know what I
Yep,
mean? I mean, you know, I want to grow my channel too. I would love to grow my channel to be, a bigger channel, but I'm not going to take on the opinion of a D bag and act like a D bag just to get that. And that's
right.
exactly what would happen. If I came out here and acted like a horrible D bag and started talking about how bad I hate this or that and like really just changed all my stances, that would get traction because people want to hear all this like they want to hear what you're saying so they could tell you off, and
Right.
that's what gets the attention, and then they
Yep.
grow. It's like it's the opposite of what it should be. When people are out here doing the right thing, people are like, oh yes, that's good, great, and then they move on. But when someone says something bad, they want to say something back, and that's
Yep.
exactly how it gets traction. And it is a shame. He's then that it
It is.
just spreads negativity just because you want to defend somebody, and it's like it works so backwards. It's
It
crazy.
does. It does. And it's I think like for humans, it's like we want to defend the people that we believe, right? And so it's like it's hard to not want to defend them, but
Yeah.
you're right. I mean, we have to stand our ground, right? We have to stand our ground. We have to fight against that by not encouraging it. Like I said, I thought about this years ago. Like if nobody bought like the tabloids, right? If everybody just stopped buying that shit, eventually would they not go out of business?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely
So
would. Yep.
right. So like again, people are just encouraging the Hollywood gossip, the
That's what I was saying too. Like, even YouTube's been infiltrated because this used to be ours. This used to be the poor people's platform where we could come here and we could talk to each other and make videos for each other that are real, like this is
yep,
real me telling you my real opinions. I mean, just sitting here with you guys hanging out, you make your little community, you have your little community of people around you, and you do
yep,
your thing. And it was for us because we were sick of Hollywood and sick of all that, the Blake Lively's and all the nastiness, and we didn't want to put our money into that and our views into that anymore. So we made
right,
YouTube. YouTube
right,
became the biggest watched platform in 2025, and because it has been that way, now they're infiltrating our domain. They're coming into our shit and paying people to then lie to us. So it's turning right into Hollywood all over again because you've got people out here who are basically paid actors to pretend
yep,
like they care about this stuff. And, I mean, look at the story we talked about Graham Allen. We talked about Graham Allen and how he's got all these people in the gay community. They're saying, we made him famous, we made him popular. And then he just adopted this conservative viewpoint, which is fake. This is what they're claiming. He's not
right,
really even conservative. They're claiming he's a closeted gay man. He's a swinger. There's all kind of claims about him, right? But he's out
yep,
here and he made a huge platform. He's got a huge audience. He's doing all this stuff, and turns out it's not even real. And that's such a shame because we used to be able to trust each other. This was
yep,
us trusting each other on YouTube. Like we could trust that the person we're watching is actually telling us things. It's so ignorant. It's like now we need a whole new platform. We need to get
yep.
out of here and make a whole new place where they can't infiltrate it until they decide to infiltrate that.
Right. And that's, I think, what happens, right? We just keep moving platforms. We keep just go to the next, go to the next, go to the next, because when it comes down to it, we absolutely do not want to be censored. We want to be able to come here and say what we want to say. Um, but
Yes.
you're right, express ourselves because we're tired of the overhead. We're tired of the people who control us and manipulate us and feed us narratives, right? It is
Yes.
not what we want to do. And
Yeah, we
um
just don't wanna hear the bullshit. It's like, we came here for each other. I came
yeah,
here to watch you guys. Like, you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, I came here to watch anybody out there that's got the channels, and like I said before, I've been supporting smaller channels for the last 4 years. When I
yeah,
first got on YouTube, I realized how ridiculously hard it was to grow a channel. I mean, it's
yeah.
so hard. And
So
I
hard.
started really supporting smaller channels because YouTube is putting all these channels next to each other and showing you the views of every channel that you're watching. And people automatically, I was doing it myself. You go to the one with the highest views, you go to the one with the highest subscriber count, you go to the one with the highest likes because you assume that it's the best. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is
Yeah,
not the best. Sometimes
yeah,
the smaller creator is actually bringing you legitimate information that you
yeah,
ain't going to find from these paid propaganda people out there that you don't even realize right now are paid, you know?
yep. And you
But
just get people who are more like your level. You feel
yes.
more connected to them. So that's interesting that you say that because and it this is a nice little segue to our to something is Club Vatra. Okay, right. So somebody I was talking to somebody, right? And like there's a thing about being close to like the creators you like, right?
Yeah.
Like people like to connect with their creators. So when you're small and you can just kind of slow down a little bit, talk to your fans, talk to the people in your chat, it's 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 nice, right? But as
Yeah.
you grow, as these people grow, they I, I I think they lose touch. They lose touch with their actual fan base, right?
Yeah.
Um so uh, they and then when you start losing connection from your fan base and you start accepting the money instead, right? Like
Mhm.
that's where things start to get shifty,
Yeah.
right? So I think it's super important. And that's why I think you're right. Like this platform was definitely all about being close to your being able to see people that are like you, right?
Mhm.
Like, I
Yeah.
mean, people use YouTube for everything. They're like, "Oh shit, the brakes on my old Honda need to be replaced.
Yes.
How do I do that?" Right?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, I got this old home with these weird windows. Like, how do I clean them properly, or how do I reseal them? The
Everything. Yeah. I
that's
use
a
it for
really
everything.
yeah,
I
that's a super
honestly
old
do.
person thing to say, like about the windows.
But no, it's true though. You do. You use it for everything,
Well,
literally
you do,
everything.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's why another thing I really try, and I do realize that it's not going to always be that way, but I do try to answer all as many comments as I can. I
absolutely,
sit here and spend hours. Like I'll spend like 3-4 hours after I post a video answering comments. I'll come back in the evening and I'll sit for another couple hours. Like it's not even minutes, it's hours
yeah.
answering people in my comments. And I realized that that's like unachievable. You just can't do it. But what pisses me off is none of these other bigger creators answer a single comment. And they want people like all these people comment and they never even say like, oh, they never even like it. They don't really, I don't know if they might look, but they don't even like some of them or try to answer a few of them or
Yeah.
even just answer their channel members or anything. You never see any creators answering comments. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I never comment now because of that. I'm like, I'm not commenting. You don't even answer me. Why? You know what I mean? Why would I
Yeah.
comment? I actually will type stuff out sometimes and then I'm like, why? They're not answering me. And then I erase
Yeah.
it. So I
Yeah.
like that's one
I
thing
think a
I
lot of
like to
people feel
do.
like that. A
Yeah,
lot of
I
people feel
like to
like
do
that.
different. I like to be a little different and try to answer. And even if I can't answer them all, I do go through and read them all. And I try to like them all. After I read it, I try to like it. Sometimes I don't have time to do all that, but I will go through and at
Sure.
least read them all. I answer
Yeah.
as many as I can. Like it, but you were right though. Once they get bigger, it's like they kind of just it
Disconnect.
turns into something else. But
Yeah.
I can see how it would because it gets overwhelming. I sometimes even get overwhelmed and I don't even have that many people commenting sometimes. But, you know, you think hundreds of comments isn't really a lot, but when you're sitting down and trying to read them all and answer everyone,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
lot, you know?
It can be a
And
lot.
so I
Yeah.
can see, because some of these people get like 2,000 comments and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even imagine what that would be. So I can see that part, but it does get, you know, it does get like that, but it's like, they just, you wonder now who is telling you stuff that they believe in and who isn't, you know? And then people get mad when you think, like, when you start feeling like, this doesn't feel right, I'm gonna go somewhere else, you know, to another channel or whatever, because I don't really feel that this person, like, take Gary from Paramount Tactical for an example, and Graham Allen for an example. Both of their channels have almost 250,000 subscribers, 250,000 followers, and they only get the same amount of views I do.
Yeah.
And I have none. I have like nothing, you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
you can tell they're not out here doing this day in and day out, because it's hard work. It is hard to prepare a show and, you know, do everything that goes. It's not terribly hard, but it, you know, you got to put effort into it. So
It's
they're out here
time
doing,
consuming and there's effort.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're
Yeah.
spending their time on this, and you got to wonder, why are you putting all this time into this if you're not, you know, making any money on your videos? Because you got to be
Right.
making money somehow. And that just
Right.
begs the question, where is your money coming from? Because it's not coming from your videos. I know for a fact, because I get the same views. Like, I know you're
Right.
not getting money from your videos. Shauna says, I don't even know how to work nothing over on X. I got a page, but I can barely do anything with it. I'm new to this. Girl, me too. I have the worst time over there. I know how nothing works. A genie usually tells me, like, you have to do this or you have to do that or try this and try that.
Yeah.
Because I just don't
X
have
is
the
hard.
worst time with X. And I just realized you can actually connect your live stream to X as well and be live over there too. But I don't
Yeah.
know how the comment sections work, the moderation works. I don't know any of that. So I might do like a test run one, but I only have 100 followers, so I don't really think it's going to make a difference. I don't know if people see it and subscribe. I really don't know how that works over there. So
Yeah. Yeah. If
I have
you
no
go
clue.
live, like in spaces or whatever, people will see it. And
Yeah, maybe I'll try to do some of those. Maybe that might be fun sometime.
Yeah.
Eric wants to know, has TPUSA responded to any of this? So I have not seen anything so far, but let's actually take a quick look, because I found this too. So now, Andrew, remember we just talked about the dickheads who share their messages. And of course, Andrew's one of these people. I would never trust Andrew, messaging Andrew, like, whatever. I mean, here's the thing. I message my friends what I want to message my friends. I might talk shit on 100 different things, but that's my friends and I'm talking shit. We all say stuff. We all do that kind of stuff. And so if you want to show my text message, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get your feelings hurt because they're going to be rude. I say rude things. I'm a snarky bitch. I mean, it's in my name. What do you expect me to be like? But just, I mean, I just find this so low class, right? He goes, okay, then bargain struck. And he took a screenshot of his communications with Candace, right? And it looks as though she is, he's saying something like, something then publicly, but I think it's time to act like adults now and work through whatever lingering hangups you may have, which I feel have all been sufficiently addressed. And then somebody, I don't know who's who on here. Let's see. We have agreed to terms you just publicly said you were upset about. There not being a specific topic. I posted one. Let's just stop messing around and agree to the terms publicly. Easy peasy. Your debate claim has been accepted. Send your email address and we will organize time and payment, and you can send me a list of your guest names. What? Just wanting your, oh, maybe this is Candace just warning you our studio. Okay. So the black is Candace. Let's act like adults now and work through whatever hangups you may have, which I feel have all been sufficiently addressed. And he says, we haven't agreed to terms. You just publicly said you were upset about there not being a specific topic. I posted one. Let's not mess around. Easy peasy. Your debate claim has been accepted. Send your email address and we will organize time and payment, and you can send me a list of your guest names. Just warning you, our studio is small, but we will make sure they have enough chairs to sit in the control room, and we will crank up the AC so they are comfortable. And that was like at 6 a.m. Wait, this was at 6 p.m. And then it looks like the next day, then 6 a.m. this morning. Okay, then bargain struck, he says. Oh, look, there's Bossy. I don't see why you need to go in like you're ambushing or going to World War III. Why can't you just do a friendly conversation? She did not unalive anyone, and you guys have an aura of aggression from the get-go. Will this finally fulfill your contract with TPUSA or the potential for future work with them? Don't have a contract. You made it up. I asked a question. Answer it if you wish. I did. Now answer mine. Why did you make that up? This is Schrodinger's contract. There may be a clause or there may not be. Will I ever know? Doubt it. If I'm proven wrong, as you know, I'll eat it publicly and beg forgiveness. I am here for your eternity, Andrew, not your material existence. No, you seem to misunderstand. There isn't any contract at all and never was. None, zero, zilch. Did you sign a contract with them ever? Was there an NDA? Any supplemental clauses or do outs? You just don't work for one day as a contractor without a paper trail. No and no. Now answer my question. I love how he says this. Now answer my question. No. How about that? No. Like, I can't.
He's a prick,
So,
man.
Let's
I'm not
yeah,
a
he is a giant D-bag, like the biggest D-bag ever. Let's see if
I'm trying to find that. Like, somebody did post, like, so it started off as
right, then this. What else did he say? Here. Andrew thinks he's gonna win the debate. Somebody said Andrew Wilson has lost the dominant position in this debate. All his stipulations are being laughed at, and he knows it. Now his own mind is going to eat him alive all week. He says, I remember this happening with Matt Dillahunty. I don't know if I'm saying that right. His fans going ape about what a slaughter it was going to be. I was doomed. It was over. Same deal there too. The place was packed with his fans and his sycophants. I won the debate in 15 minutes. Ooh, Andrew, that's so hot. Like, oh my God.
oh my God.
And Barron says they absolutely cannot defend the nonsensical claim that Tyler unalived Charlie with a 30-06 from the Lucy Center roof, so they refuse to debate it, which is what is happening here. That's exactly what he's saying in this post. And he says, who is they? Answer. Nobody will ever know. I just can't with this dude. Let's see what Blake and them said.
Blake and Nail. Yeah, no, you didn't. Blake and Nail.
Looks like he's out here saying something stupid.
That's where he lives. He lives in stupid.
Yeah, he does.
Reposting
tons of dumb stuff. Oh, here he's talking about the affordability of the world. Shut up, Blake. Not everybody lives with their mom. Oh, look, I would donate to this Give, Send, Go. See? I mean, here you have it. Blake would donate, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to bait someone into defamation. Thank you, Coco Bean. Yes, he doesn't need to be at Candace's house doing an interview. We all know who the fuck is. Fuck him, Candace. Don't even bother. Yeah, pretty much. Denizen is very bossy. Yeah, he has that boss man demeanor.
He does.
You can tell.
But I think he's kind of got to be a little, like,
you know what? On X, it's like Reddit, only alive. It's like Reddit alive. It's so bad. It's honestly, you guys remember Reddit? It's horrible. It's like a hellscape. It's a hellscape where evil demons can go over there and just, I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. And X, I'm realizing, is for horrible people. And the more horrible you are, the better you do. I've realized that because when I'm over there posting normal things, like I would say, like post on my YouTube or something, Yeah, dude. Nobody sees it. When I say rude things about Blake Neff, everybody sees it and everybody likes it. It's just a place for you to be a horrible person. That's what
Yep.
X is. And so
It
I'm vowing to be the worst person ever over on X. And we're going to do an experiment. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to be I'm going to show you, I'm going to take a screenshot of my account and how many followers I have. Now I'm going to go and be a horrible, ratchet ass bitch for the next month and see what happens. Because I think
love
that's
that.
exactly what you have to do over there. It's a
Yeah.
horrible hellscape. It is.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell you guys something. Damn it. It came and went while I was talking. I wanted to tell you guys something. And, it'll come back. It'll come back around. I know it will. Yes, my mama told me when I was growing up, if you don't like somebody, you just stay the fuck away from them. Exactly.
Yeah. Follow your gut and stay the fuck away from them. Facts.
Exactly. You know what? Maybe Candace will donate that 300,000 to Tyler Robinson's defense team.
So I thought that. I
That'd
thought
be
that.
so good. That
I
would
was
be
like, oh,
so good.
yep. I was like, this bitch
Taking
might.
that TPUSA money and donating it to the defense would be hilarious.
Or
And-
she might use it to pay for an expert or something.
yes.
She slays. I don't give a fuck.
Yes. Shauna said, that's right. Said I'm grown and I ain't got no time for this now. Exactly.
Literally.
I was gonna title that. I was gonna use that title. What the hell was I gonna use? It was something like I ain't got no time for this or something in one of my titles. And then I was like, nah, never mind. I don't know. I try to do good titles for you guys so that you see it and want to check it out. I just don't know how to do those. I suck at that. Andrew Wilson's gross, disgusting entity. Allegedly, I agree with you, LW.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably plant bugs. Oh my God, Tammy. Oh my God, you're so right.
Tammy Bradford.
Tammy, you're so on point. He'll be over there like click, 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 click. He's putting bugs in the mics and shit. She better sweep his shit for bugs, dude. Oh my God, Tammy. I never thought of that. I never thought of
I
that.
love her profile picture too, because it's like,
I never thought of that.
No, that's my man.
Yes, that's exactly right, Sarah. Blocking people when you're trying to be like an influencer is stupid. It hinders your ability to get your views and knowledge out when you want more people to see what you have to say. Yeah, you would think. I mean, if someone's there like calling you a horrible see you next Tuesday or saying things like that are very terrible, that's one thing. Like I said, that's a blockable thing. Like you don't got to do all that, right? But if you're going to argue with me about something, I'm cool with it. Argue with me about it. I say something in the comments. And as long as you leave my other people alone, because I don't like that. You know what I mean? I was going to ask you, what did happen with that day, honey? I didn't know what happened to you when they were all attacking you that day. I heard it like secondhand from Jeannie and you guys talking. I kind of saw the conversation, but I never did find out exactly what made that happen. It's very ironic though, because now what they accused her of is what's happening. We found out about them, right? But what did happen with that?
So the Candace on her show posted or showed a clip or an ex post from a girl named Erica.
Okay.
And she was the girl who called for the feds to raid Candace's house and take all her electronics.
Oh, okay.
So Candace posted and she's like, and then there's this, yada, yada, yada. So the next morning, somebody else had posted, I think it was the clip of Candace's show and said something like, it looks to me like, Candace is getting her followers to attack her friend, this person, right? This Erica.
Yeah.
And I commented saying, like, we already clocked that hoe before Candace put her up on her show. Like, what are you talking about? Saying the words "we already"
Yeah.
absolutely sparked an entire shit show. They were
Oh
like,
my God.
they just went crazy. They started like screenshotting it, saving it, this, and saying like, you just admitted that you guys are working together. Blah, blah. I'm like, what? I'm like, actually, no, that's not what I said. I'm like, I'm just saying that like the regular people on Earth like
Yeah.
already clocked that shit. Like we already saw her nonsense on X and clocked it. And then more people came in, and there's the original poster. Her name on X is at Pig War, Pigwar, Pig War. Okay. And she said something, and so in the comments, because I was, they hadn't really like attacked me quite yet. I mean, they were just like, other than like, oh, you're in a group, blah, blah, all this stupid shit. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I got 74 followers. Yeah, my group's huge, bro. Like, huge reach, like so big.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
whatever. So I said,
Yeah, heaven forbid they do a little bit of digging to see who you like, what your thing's about,
and like if I'm communicating with the same people, if there's like some sort of correlation, they didn't do any of that stuff, right? So then I said something like, I titled like my next post, Miss Piggy, okay, playing on the fact that her name was Pig War,
right?
Okay, her profile picture is like of a very thin woman, but like I don't know, like illustrated, I guess it kind of looked like.
Yeah.
So clearly I wasn't like commenting on like her looks or anything like that. Like it was a nice picture, whatever. But I was playing off of her name. Holy shit, they thought that they went crazy. They were
Oh
like,
my gosh.
they started like taking my ex profile picture and like zooming in and being like, give a double chin and you're so fat. And I'm like, bitch, and then I was like, are you gonna tell me something I don't know? Like, I'm confused here. And like that's basically like what I kept commenting with. And I'm like, you guys, like, none of this bothers me. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, you mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like, and they just kept going
That's
and kept going and
crazy.
kept going. And
That's what I mean. It's like, why are people taking it so? That's the ones who I look out for, right? Anybody taking this so personally that they would do something like this and
Yeah.
literally like go on the defense immediately and start attacking you. And anybody that takes this to heart and personally gets very, like, honestly, if anybody should take it to heart, it should be the people that want to see the justice system actually work, because this is a terrible thing. I mean, this is a horrible thing we're watching right now. This poor kid is up for the death penalty, and we have seen no evidence that literally just links him to the unaliving, the actual unaliving. We may have seen evidence that links him to a weapon, but they can't prove that the weapon did the thing,
Right.
I mean, it's just everything is like one step removed, and nothing is a direct link from Tyler to the unaliving itself. And it's a shame that we're watching this play out. We should be very upset. We should be the ones taking this personally, because that's our justice system. That's ours. We're supposed to run this shit. And we don't run anything. And we're watching this play out, and we can see that we clearly have no say in any of this. And it should make us very upset, and we should be taking it personally. But these people are like literally really taking this like you said something horrible about them that is so hurtful and mean, etc. I mean, there's people getting doxxed. I mean, it is absolutely next level unhinged out there over this little thing. And again, I'm gonna say it, like, we don't do this over every case. There's tons of unaliving cases that come across the news, and we don't go and pick it apart and go, this is weird, this ain't right, we're doing a conspiracy. Like, if we were actually conspiracy theorists, it would be all these, we'd be every case, we'd have something, right? Any case we saw, we'd be picking it apart and going, ooh, it's this, or ooh, it's that, or it's aliens, or whatever. We don't do that. And then, you see something like Nolan Wells, and you can see a lot of people are invested in that because there's something strange going on there as well. And
because again, the official narrative doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
It doesn't line up. There is something missing.
I mean, his phone literally had no pictures and no videos taken of that day, and all the other people did. You're out at the beach with your friends, and you're how old? 19, 18, however old he was. Of course
Early
he's
20s,
taking
right?
pictures. Yeah, he's taking selfies, he's taking videos, he's taking all this. You know he was taking pictures. So that in itself is very strange. The fact that his mom just asked like, "Hey, this isn't adding up. Can we do a better investigation?" And then suddenly she had a report filed on her where she almost lost her job. I mean, that's another big red flag. There's a lot of things, and I'm going to go look into that and deep dive that one because I want to start talking about it over here because this is another case of what the hell are we doing here? You're not
Yeah.
investigating properly. They should be talked about and exposed if they're not doing their jobs. We literally fund all of these police departments to do their fucking jobs, and they're not
Yeah.
doing it.
And they're not
And
doing
so
it.
it's a yeah, and so like we should be upset. So when I see them upset, it's very telling and it's very obvious something more is going on with it. You know, why are you so upset? Because I don't believe what they're saying. What does that matter to you? What I personally believe in my own opinion. And I put on my platform that I created, I worked for, and I don't work for you. What do you care what I put over here? You know, it's like, it's wild. Um, Carmageddon said her name that left was Shady, I believe. That what the Fet
Yeah.
K was talking about it, and there are a lot of people that were added in there that don't specifically engage. So it's like you can't even get upset at the names because you don't know who's the ones that are engaging unless you did a little bit. I guess you'd have to do some
Right.
research and look at their
Well,
profiles and see what they've been posting.
pull up the screen I shared with you.
Oh, I just saw that. Sorry about that.
That's
Oh,
okay.
wait, let me take this one down and add this one.
So this is one of the people, and this is what they've done to their names. Look at this. Operative number 006/group 92.
Wow.
This is what they're doing. They think it's a fucking joke. It's a joke. It's fucking hilarious to them.
Well, the thing about it is they're just showing themselves, you know.
They
They're
are.
just showing
They are.
themselves.
So this is what you got to be, this is what you're dealing with. Like X is, in my opinion, the most vile, toxic
It's
place in
it's
the world.
Reddit alive with
Oh,
the
for sure.
assistance of AI. Like
Yeah,
it's literally
I like
Reddit
the goofy
alive.
stuff. I like the funny stuff, but
Yeah.
God, it's gotten
And the
bad.
thing about this too is when you are interested in something and you look at something, that's all you see for the next year. I literally
Yeah.
don't I'm interested in so many different things, but I
Yeah.
don't see anything but things about Charlie Kirk and the small group that I've been talking about over here on YouTube. I didn't
Yep.
even see the stuff about Nolan Wells, not at all. I didn't even see that
Neither
on
did I.
X, and I should have.
Yep.
I didn't see anything about Perez Hilton, didn't come across my like, and that's what I started my channel for, was for news and nonsense. That's why I call
Yeah.
it news and nonsense, because I also want to do some, like I did today with this stupid little article that was like kind of like tea. I just wanted to talk about it
Yeah.
and show you guys this craziness and whatever, and like get a laugh out of it. We can't always be dead serious and talking about all these horrible cases. It's depressing. So
It
you
is.
know,
It
but I
is.
don't see any of that on X. It forces
No.
you to only see the few things that you see. It's crazy. It shrinks your world, and I don't like
Yeah.
that. I like
It
mine
does.
to be bigger with a lot of things, and it doesn't allow that anymore. It's really
Yeah.
upsetting. It really
It
is.
is.
And
It is.
because you
It's
looked at that, it's like they're going to show you all these assholes now. It's like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, literally. But this is the only positive thing in this post is she actually breaks down a little bit of like how it sort of went down. I can't remember who this Brian guy is. I have to look it up again. But so Andrew and this dude Brian ask Candace, like, Candace, debate Andrew. Candace doesn't respond. They say, Andrew and Brian say, debate Andrew, we'll give you 50,000. Candace doesn't respond. Andrew and Brian, debate Andrew and we'll give you 100,000. So what happened is Andrew put in 50K. Brian said, I'll kick in 50K. That's how they got to 100.
Oh, okay.
So then, and I watched all of this in a
You
tweet
should
going back and forth.
screenshot that too, because they're sooner or later they're gonna say like, we never said that. You should totally screenshot that, because that's such a good receipt to have, because
Yeah.
that's gonna be what happens eventually.
I'm
They'll
gonna
be like,
search.
"We
I
never
want to
said
get
that."
I know the original's still around here. I gotta find it. But So then Andrew was like, okay, I'll give you another 50 grand. So that's how it went up to 150,000. Right. So Andrew was going to put in 100,000. His buddy was going to put in 50. So then his buddy was like, you know what? I'll just match that 150 and we'll do 300,000. That's where the 300,000 came from.
Yep,
Was
there
this
it
stupid
is.
back and forth that these two idiots were going back and forth on X, keep upping the ante, and she's not even paying them no attention. Nothing.
Yep.
Literally nothing. She didn't give a fuck. Then he goes on Joe Rogan. She catches clips of it, I think, of him saying it. She's like, wait, who the fuck are you? Okay, fine. Here's
Yeah.
my stipulations, yada yada yada. But
That's wild.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, and then he's sitting here making all these new stipulations and backing out of things, and it's a lot. Oh, I remembered what I wanted to tell you guys. Did you know YouTube mobile now has messaging? You can actually private message other people on YouTube.
Yep.
I thought that was
I
pretty
did see
cool.
that.
I
do like that
actually-
because I try to connect. You know, there are people on YouTube that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty cool because you can bypass like emailing and things like that. Like if you had to tell somebody something or you just wanted to say something. But yeah, there's a whole message section. You sent me a video, honey, your video, and it turned out, it went on to my YouTube Messenger. So I'm gonna send you a message back and tell me if you get it.
Okay.
I just think it's funny, but you have to let me know eventually if you get that, because I want to see if it actually works well or not. I just couldn't believe they do messaging now and how that isn't coming up as like a big thing, because it's kind of big, right? They changed their whole format. Now you can message people on YouTube. So
I know. I'm wondering though, like, I mean, there's like a quadrillion people on YouTube, so it did come up.
Did it? There it is.
I don't know. It's hard to see it.
Let
but
me make you bigger. Hold on.
You see, like the. It's hard to.
Yeah,
tell.
it's hard to see in the camera.
So there's like
that.
notifications up in the corner.
Yeah.
And
that's
it has
pretty
like,
cool.
And it has like your picture on it. Let's see what you said. Hi. You said hi.
So yeah, guys, there you go. The YouTube actually has a chat now. So if you want to chat, if you have to tell me something or you want to suggest something, you can chat it to me, which is pretty interesting. Now I don't know, how good it's gonna work. If I'm gonna see, it came up like a message too. It just came up like a message. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's actually like it's like a Facebook Messenger almost.
It's a DM.
So
yeah.
That's pretty nice. So just letting you guys know, you can DM people on YouTube now.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Brian is a Fed shill here to disrupt the show and hide the truth. I don't know who is Brian. Who is this Brian?
Let me look real quick. Because
do they mean the Brian, or do they mean the Brian in my chat? Do you have better evidence than the defense team?
Oh,
I think maybe they mean Brian in my chat. Brian, I don't have any evidence, bro. As you can see,
yeah, we don't know anything.
Thing, like there's a thing that's
We're
scrolling at
stupid.
the bottom. It
We're like
literally
hella dumb.
says, over and over and over again. I don't know how you'd miss it, but it's like, I'm like, everything's alleged. I don't know anything, and I definitely don't have any evidence because I'm not the popo. Kayla says, go have a smoke, Andrew, and chill. Yeah, it's okay. Cocoa Bean's been using it. Love that for sharing videos with my sis. Okay, so you've been using it. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out who this.
And Brian, I think the evidence is under.
This is him.
Your mama's bed. That's where I think it's at. Okay, this is the Brian they were talking about in the chat. Okay, Brian Atlas.
So this is the he's the owner and host of the Whatever podcast. That's the one that
there you go. That's why he can afford 150K. There you go.
This is the one that they always bring Andrew on.
Bro, I'm gonna make my own podcast. I want to do my own podcast. I want to be like, I want to have like a popular one like the Whatever podcast. We got to make our own podcast here. I'm gonna make the, I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be called like the No Way Bitch podcast. No way, bitch.
Oh my god, I love that. You can have weekly guests. That'd be amazing. I really like
Yeah.
that idea a lot, actually.
Yeah. I already told Brian the evidence is under his mama's bed. So I tell you what, take a moment and go check under there. And see what you find. That's what I
Who
say.
provides the burden of proof?
The prosecution
Not us.
provides the burden of proof. The prosecution
Not
in the
me.
Tyler Robinson case provides that. I don't do that. So, Brian liked the mama joke. All right, Brian, you might be able to chill with us. He liked the mama joke. I like that. We're snarky bees here.
Yeah.
If you fit in, that's fine with me.
Get in where you fit in, bitches.
That's right.
Get in where you fit in.
That's right. Like I said, everybody has different opinions. You know what I mean? Everyone
it's
has
like an
different
asshole.
opinions. Yeah, everyone has they're like assholes and armpits. Everybody has one and they stink. Diligent was on that list of 92 the other day. So what? No way. I didn't see him on there. Are you kidding me, Kathy? He was on there?
What?
Ooh,
What
shit.
did you what?
I need to look at that. I didn't think he was on there. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Thank you, Brian.
Oh my god. Look at this real quick. This is so jacked up. Blake Neff is such a little prick. Oh my god. Look at this. He says, Candace, he said, as Charlie once told us, Candace is very easy to understand once you realize all she cares about is money. And these idiots, they really thought that Candace's counteroffer was legit. I really think that we know Candace by now is pretty smart. And I think she just wanted to test how badly they wanted this, right? When she put up that 500K, she just wanted to see how bad they wanted this shit. She was like, okay, you want to come over here? 500K. Now, who in their right mind would agree to 500K to sit there and talk to Candace Owens? I mean, get the hell on out of here. You either got way too much money, you got nothing to do. I mean, it's ridiculous. $500,000 and they agreed to it. He was like, I'll crowdfund $1 million. And so this dude's telling you he could crowdfund $1 million in a week. Let me tell you something. If I could crowdfund $1 million in a week, I'd be a millionaire.
Literally.
I'm just saying. So it's like, that really gives away a lot. So she actually said that and got a lot of information out of that, right? She got the information that, yes, he could make $1 million in a week. Yes, he would actually pay $500,000 to talk to me. And, yes, he really wants this bad because he would agree to that. And then what did she do? When she found out he was going to crowdfund the money, she said, never mind. She doesn't want people to spend their money to crowdfund that. So she said, never mind. Just do your original 300K and whatever. But she did find out a bunch of information doing it that way, which is pretty smart, And also, like I said, her saying that she wants Turning Point USA to give their whatever for Andrew, and none of them do. I mean, she said it was the most important part, which I doubt it was, because I don't believe Candace tells anybody what is most important to her, 75-year-olds are having their 45-year-old visa overstay foreign bridges deported and you're backpiling. I don't know what he's talking about. I hate Blake Neff. Bottom rung fast food like Subway and Mickey D's has probably had the worst inflation of any food category since COVID. But I will say that in my experience, hot food served at grocery stores remains very affordable if you're committed to never cooking. Kind of like Blake. He doesn't cook. His mommy cooks his meals. His
literally.
mommy makes all his food. Unfortunately, he probably smells like feet all day, but whatever. Let's look up Andrew, the Dumb and Dumber, the right nut. Blake's the wrong one. Andrew. Blake's the Blake's the left nut. Andrew is the right nut. Give me some Andrew Colvett. Look, he's trying to look all hot in this picture. Okay, Andrew. Nice try.
I mean, I think if somebody wanted to debate me, I mean, I would put down my stipulations, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If somebody said, "Hey, let's debate. I'm willing to do this." I mean, why not negotiate it? I mean, if those aren't the terms that you want, what why does it matter? Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand why people are making a big deal out of like her trying to negotiate. Like, I think that's. I mean, who cares? I mean, the idea behind it was to um basically kind of stick it to the man in a way, because she's under the impression that they're being he's being funded by TPUSA.
Hmm. And I think that's kind of obvious if he's saying that he's going to get that $1 million in a week. Um, you
Because
know.
she doesn't want the debate, Brian. Like, I don't think she wants the debate. I don't think she gives a shit about Andrew Wilson. Like, this is just something else. This is literally just something else that she's like, all right, fine, whatever. I don't think she gives a shit. She doesn't give a shit about him. He's nobody to her.
Oh shit. Project Constitution said TPUSA has filed 2 new DCMA copyright takedowns on my channel and sent me yet another cease and desist. Number 4 now. You do not own the copyright to my profile picture, and you can file as many false strikes on me as you want. You will never silence me or stop me from exposing you. Wow.
Oh, because he has Charlie on his.
Wow, they want his profile picture taken down? That's crazy. All he has to do is have AI redo it. And then nothing. But Candace sees that, and she said, what even is the focus over at the new TPUSA? I can't imagine spending a single dollar on legal fees trying to hunt smaller YouTube creators. And I say that as someone who has a group of 92 stalkers who share my address in a group chat and talk and tweet about me full time. Sending legal letters over AI profile pics just seems beyond petty. And I totally agree. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I guess my thing is, and um,
Look
the
at
burden
the
of proof is on the state.
oh my
That
god. Yeah.
that is who the burden of proof is on the state. It's not on the defense. It is on the state. The state needs to prove that Tyler Robinson, beyond a reasonable doubt, has committed this crime. And that's what she wants to
Oh my
debate. That's what he should debate. The fact that he wants to debate her claims, I think, is bullshit. It's her opinion.
yeah, I get that too. It is her opinion. Like, why should she debate her opinion? Who cares what her opinion is? She just wants to debate the facts. Check out the comment section of Andrew's latest appearance on Joe Rogan. Canceled my vet appointment for my pooch's bad sniffer to watch this. I hopped off an Egyptian flight to watch this. I can't get it to play now. Hang on. Okay. Let's see. I took off my nitrate black gloves and left them in the side of the SUV to watch this. I stopped pouring concrete over a crime scene to watch this. I left my meeting at Fort Huachuca to watch this. That's what I want my comment section to look like. I shut down an entire wing of the Utah Valley Hospital hours early to watch this. I took off my rubber gloves and put it in the side of a passenger door to watch this. I stopped posting videos of myself mic'd up inside a coffin to watch this. That's so good. Oh my god. I tried to wait 33 hours to read the comments, but I couldn't. I stopped clearing out the hospital staff at Timpanogos 2 hours before this to watch this video. I stopped designing Tim Dillon's new $115,000 costume for this. I stopped group chatting and coordinating with 91 influencers to watch this. I left a private dinner with the 4K influencers to watch this. Oh my god. I quit yanking and banking for this.
Yeah, boy.
Joe, why don't you have Candace on and ask her yourself? That's the first real like comment there was. I left my group chat of 92 influencers to watch this. I left my screwdriver on the rooftop to stop and watch this. I paused the actual video immediately just to read the comments. When Joe Rogan realizes there's more real comments than real views, I stopped picking up pieces of a shattered road mic on the backseat of my SUV to watch this. I stopped
They
picking
didn't
up
pick up any of that. They
Yeah.
didn't pick up any of that.
I stopped
That's
picking up
wild.
sequins from the carpet while dodging fireworks to watch this. That's a good one too. Oh my god. Play. This keeps messing with me. Like they're so good.
That's hilarious.
Yep, here's a road mic. I stopped taking out an SD card and left behind a $5,000 camera to watch this. I stopped asking Andrew Wilson to open up a pickle jar for this. Waited 33 hours to watch this. I skipped over the grieving process to watch this. I skipped the grieving process to watch this. And Colleen, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so very much. Like Lionel said, the pickle jar is forever. It show is. It show is. Oh my god. What else did I want to tell you guys? Dang it, it was something. Damn. I really can't remember. I hate when that happens. I'll remember in 10 minutes when we're over. I'll be sitting here going, that's what I wanted to say. I was looking at this, and what about this made me want to say something? Did you ever do that? Did you ever go back to the place you forgot something to try to remember what it was? I sure can't remember.
I'm sure it was something amazing. Positive.
Who knows? I'm ridiculous. I can't believe I forgot though. That sucks. It was probably really funny. So shit.
It was. I know.
Yeah, Lionel is the cool grandpa of the internet. You're so right.
He says words though that I don't understand.
Oh, I was gonna say, next time I'm making just a snark video, I'm gonna call it Yanking and Banking. That's just gonna be the title on the thumbnail, so you guys know. That's just every time you see that, it's gonna be a snark video. Say Yanking and Banking, and then it's gonna have the title. Just so you know.
Did you watch the episode of Baron and Julian?
No, I have it saved, and I started watching it. I have 2 really long live streams I have to still watch. I still have the one about the EMTs that I want to watch for Beegs, because that's a big important story about the EMTs and them just ignoring those 2 EMTs that stood right behind them when they were getting in the car. Just totally acted like they weren't even there. Crazy.
Wait, somebody showed video, I think was it maybe Jesse on Fire, that there were med bags sitting there literally the whole time, like not being used.
Well,
Like,
they were sitting there, and then as soon as that Big Bang happened, they ran like everybody, but then they came back, and that was when they were starting to lift Charlie off the ground and take him to the SUV. They both of them grabbed their bags off the ground at that spot and started following them to the SUV. So it was like, you know, and then they stood there, and then one guy took his book bag off to try to hand it to them, and you know,
and they were like, no, we're good.
Yeah. What is Kathy's claim in chat that Brian keeps picking on? Let me hear the claim. It's about the weapon. What was it?
I don't know. They keep arguing with him though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just
don't fall for it, guys.
No, I mean, his stance is, I think that basically
there wasn't a rifle on the roof. The proof of that is just our eyeballs not seeing a rifle on the roof. I mean, that's pretty much all the proof you need. When you can't see it in the video, I mean, that's like, you know, I mean, where's the weapon in my room? There's one in here. Do you know what it is? You can't see it. So it's to you, it's not here, right? Because you can't see it. That's just all that's all we can say. You know, if you can't see it, you can't see it. There's really no You can't prove that you don't see it with your eyes. You could just tell somebody to watch the video and prove it's there. Prove it's there. That's the proof you need. I don't have to prove it's not there because I don't see it. Right? Didn't Kathy say there was no rifle on the roof? And you said, prove it. Right? And I'm saying you can't prove what you didn't see. You can only prove what you see. So, no, you prove that it was there. Show me it and I will agree.
Yeah, I mean, if they can, if the prosecution can provide proof that the weapon was in fact on the roof, then great. But this is all we saw was the preliminary hearing. This is not the evidentiary hearings. This is not none of that. This is merely to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
So it's not up to the defense to to really drill down on this. The prosecution came. If let me just tell you, the way that I look at it is, if this was the prosecution's best case, they got work to do, in my opinion, allegedly. Like, I don't like, and a lot of other people said the same thing. They're like,
I didn't see a weapon on the roof.
they did object.
That's my
They objected to everything. There was a standing objection. There was a standing objection. Every single thing, there was a standing objection against the hearsay and all that other crap. There was a standing objection. The judge says it every single time.
Yeah. They definitely did. Yeah, they allowed it. They allowed it in the court, but they did rule out that the metal fragments inside of Charlie came from a 30-06. They did rule that out because she listed all the potential weapons that those metal fragments could have came from, and none of them were a 30-06. So that's something. I mean, that's you can't say that it did because they proved it didn't. So there wasn't any metal from a 30-06 inside of Charlie.
Well, and let me, yes, they allowed, the judge allowed the rifle into the preliminary evidence.
Yeah, because they presented it as evidence. He presented the weapon as evidence. They didn't say, he didn't say he saw it in the hands of the unaliver. In fact, the judge asked, like, the second day or later in the first day, he said, is there any proof? Is there any video of him taking the, Big Bang? And they said no. So the judge knows there's no picture of that. And, they're presenting that as evidence because they found it in the garden with the garden gnomes after the pooch with the bad sniffer couldn't find it. But yeah, I don't care about
I honestly, the defense doesn't allow evidence. Like, that's not how that works. Like the prosecutor said, these are all of our exhibits. This is what we're taking to the judge.
He's saying the defense allowed it, not talking about the judge. But yeah, I'm sure the defense did allow it because it's going to help prove the case, right? Why would they exclude it? Because they want to prove that he didn't use that. So of course they're going to allow it and show that, look, here's the proof that it wasn't used. The metal fragments in the neck weren't from that caliber of a weapon. It wasn't from a 30-06. They proved that part. So they're going to just basically prove something else with that weapon. They may need it because the DNA on the weapon belongs to Lance Twiggs as well. I mean, you don't know until they present their case. So we just don't know. And I don't really care about that. We're not really here to debate that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. We were talking about other stuff. So, I mean, if you guys want to argue about it in chat, that's up to you guys. I don't care about that, actually. So I'm not going to talk about it. Candace says, does anybody know which cars Dan Flood and Brian Hartwell showed up in at UVU? Realistic, I don't have that info. Thanks in advance. That's another one I just saw.
Because I don't really think anybody's come up with it.
It's amazing that an answer to such a simple question has to be crowdsourced. Yeah. I think it was a circus travel bus, if I'm not mistaken.
So do you remember that Sprinter van that I told you about that was parked right in front of the SUV? Well, I'm pretty sure that exact Sprinter van was seen at the hospital later on. So I wonder if that's what Blake Sneff and Mikey and what was the other guy's name? Nate and somebody else. Like, remember, it was like, but in that space that Blake Neff was out there running his freaking mouth, he said that he was brought over to the hospital by police.
Oh, he lied about that.
So
Or maybe he was telling the truth. Maybe they all got there at once. I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking like, I'm not thinking like that the police drove him there, but like, did they get a police escort over there? You know, were they in that Sprinter van and they got a police escort over there? Maybe.
I love how they're getting on her for wanting a dismissal in this case as well. Like, why would she want to spend her time going to court? I mean, I get she said that at first, but I mean, people are allowed to change their goddamn minds. People act like changing your mind is a horrible thing. Well, like, somebody made this. Well, like, elite operative application mission protecting Erica Kirk against Candace Owens.
So I also think though that hang on a second. I also think that I lost my train of thought. See how quickly that happens?
Also, guys, these Google searches, I saw a post about these Google searches, and basically it said that in the, I guess, Google itself warns you that there can be very much so erroneous results if you Google, like, look for a Google search of something and it comes up with a very low number, say 1, 2, 3, 4. If it comes up with a low number like that, it could definitely be an error in the Google search application itself. And so everybody's finding these Google searches of like, oh, look, there's one popped up here and one popped up there. But in actuality, I don't think we can really depend on those for any type of evidence if Google is telling us itself that those can be erroneous when they come up in small numbers. Because somebody then did an experiment where they just typed in like a random bunch of letters and it came up in the Google search and said that someone searched it on whatever day, like proving that it actually does make erroneous results. And I think people should try that just to see if you get an error. You know, if you get a result from some super random thing in the Google search, just to see, you know.
Yeah.
And also Baron made a good point too, saying people could have their VPN on, which shows them in a different place, etc. And so, you know, I think Painful Truth went up on Brian. Brian says, good luck, everyone. Have a great day. I
mean, come back by when we're watching the trial, because like
the thing
we're
about
definitely
it is,
down
I just
to have discourse, like
right.
The discourse
this
not
isn't
the
what
issue.
We're in here talking about. And he was pissing everyone off. It's like this. Yeah. I don't care though, because I know I'm right, so I don't care what anybody else says.
Right.
Like, I literally don't get mad. Like, guys, don't ever get mad about that in the comments. Just laugh at it, because you know you're right. Your own eyes are telling you didn't see that. Yeah. That's exactly what they want to do. They want to get in and make you go crazy discussing stupid ass shit that doesn't make any sense. You know, we all know we didn't see it, and we don't need to prove we didn't see something. That's stupid. He's
got like 5 videos on his channel or something. Like, he's got like, you know, a few subscribers. Like, I mean, like I said, discourse is one thing, but you know, you can't be in here like just, you know, pissing people off.
Yeah, because
I mean, I didn't have an issue. I mean, he was just talking, but
people were getting annoyed. I felt bad for chat. I don't like to kick people out. You know, I don't like to block people and kick people out. But you guys are welcome to tell people off. I'm fine with that. Like, don't ever honestly, feel like you can't tell somebody to go eat a bag of dicks. I'm fine with that. Like,
well, and I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, he wasn't being like disrespectful or cussing or anything like that. He was just saying his piece and standing on ground. And I respect that. I respect when people want to be like, stand on business. Like, this is how I feel. Prove me wrong. Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And Painful Truth is right. He left on his own. He said his opinion and he left respectful, and I agree with that. So I mean,
Sammy missed the live yanking and banking and snarking. Well, at least you showed up towards the end, Sammy. I appreciate you. We just wanted to have a
yanking,
little
banking, and
fun.
snarking.
Yeah, we were just yanking and banking today, really, about
Yeah.
I only was going to come on and cover this stuff with Tucker, but it was so quick and I just wanted to hang out a little bit more. And I appreciate you coming over to hang out, honey.
Yeah.
That was fun. I like to have somebody to have a little bitch fest with while we're here.
Right. Right. Little someone to bounce it off of.
Right, right. And yeah, I don't care about like if you guys want to discuss stuff in the chat, I don't care if it goes off. I know a lot of people get mad if it goes off topic. I don't really care. You guys don't have to stay on topic. We actually have a lot of fun here by seeing different comments and then going in a different direction and looking at other things, So
And the last time, I mean, you covered the whole trial.
yeah.
You were live the whole time, and so I mean, like when we're covering the trial, and you want to come in and you want to like have discourse and be like, I see things from a different angle. Like I think that's great. Come on
Yeah.
in, let's have a conversation. But um, and the reality
Yeah.
is when you get a lot of comments going back and forth, it is good for the algorithm. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
it
what I
is
mean,
good to
but
see a lot of comments.
yeah, yeah. And I don't mind if people get off topic. Like I said, we find out some of the funnest stuff when we go off topic and go into a whole different thing. I think we went off topic to even look at the Andrew and Candace stuff. That was from a comment. I wasn't going to talk about it. And then someone commented and I was like, oh yeah, let's check that out. So
Yep,
we actually go off on that stuff. Tam says too, also you can block it yourselves. Like you can also block a single person yourself if you don't want to
that's
see
true.
their stuff, and they can't see you anymore and you can't see them.
Yep,
But she says, I'm too nosy for that though. I totally get that. I totally
same.
you're in the right place, girl.
Yeah.
Petty says, instead of debate, wait till Candace has the baby and let's have a boxing match for Erica and Candace and raise money for victims of wrongful convictions. I want to see Candace and
Yeah.
Blake. I don't want to see Candace and Erica. I want to see Candace and
Yeah.
Blake because Erica could be like super trained by the Mossad. Like we can't, you
True.
can't put anything past
Allegedly.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
allegedly, you can't put nothing past that woman. She could be like, you never know. I would love to see Candace and Blake though, because she
Me
would
too. I
just
think
kick
she
his
walk.
ass.
Mhm.
I've been saying that for like a year. I wish they would get in a boxing ring and let her get her aggressions out on good old Blakey. He probably stinks though. Probably got some toenails stuck in his fist. Who knows? Andrew's has a tiny wiener. I think we were talking about that earlier, and I think I agreed with you earlier. Allegedly, because I don't know. He just comes
We
across
don't know.
that way though. He comes across like he's really sad because he does have a micro peen, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Some people you could just
Yeah.
tell they're super sad because they have micro penises. And so that could be
Yeah.
the case. I mean, it's a rare thing, but it does happen. And that could
It
be
does. It does, yeah.
allegedly could be Andrew. I mean, allegedly I think maybe Blake too, perhaps.
I mean,
Because
I think I would be upset if I was in
yeah.
that situation, right?
I mean, I would like be very mad if I had a micro penis. But that's
Right.
just me. Let's see. That'd be good, but he would never do it. I know he would never step in the ring with Candace. She would whoop him in a second. But yes, thank you guys.
He's just
all
a keyboard warrior. That's all he is.
he definitely, you could tell. Yeah. He spent 5 years being a keyboard warrior, allegedly. And, just crazy. Yeah, I want to check that, Sammy, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Somebody said they seen Denizen in the group chat. But again, they did report that some of those people were tagged for the chat and brought in, and they just stuck around to see what people were saying. And also,
Yeah.
some people were brought in and didn't realize they were brought in and didn't get to leave yet. So it's like, I think you would have to go through and look at each name and go check their accounts and see what they have been posting to see. Then you could pretty much put together the pattern of who was actually active in there. Because obviously they were posting the same things, and they
Yeah.
were posting things against Candace. And I've never seen Diligent do that. So I've never seen him go against Candace or say anything terrible about Candace. So even if his name's in there, I doubt he was actually a part of it, like an active part of it.
Right.
So you never
And
know,
the thing
though.
is like, it doesn't have to be, like, you can still have a differing opinion, but why do you have to go through all these lengths to, like, rip somebody apart that differs from you?
That's what I mean. That's why I think they're like I made a funny video about it saying like blink twice, but honestly, it could be that type of situation. It could be
Yeah,
that type of situation, like they're in over their heads, or there's something that's keeping them there. You just never know. I mean, look at what we're dealing with. It's a huge deal we never thought we would ever see in our lifetime. And like, who thought this was what was really going on? We just woke up and we're like, holy shit, like what happened?
yeah. Every day it's new psyop. It really
Yeah.
is. Every day. Every day it's a new
Yep.
psyop. Every day you like wake up and you're like, okay, what do we got to be prepared for today? You never know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Blink,
Well,
blink,
I'm gonna
danger
head
lurking.
out. I appreciate all of you guys for coming to hang out with me. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, honey, for joining the stream and hanging
Thank
out.
you.
I love you
Appreciate
all
you
so
so
very much.
much.
Yes. And don't forget, Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure you have your notifications set to all. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It's the bestest channel in the whole entire world. You don't want to miss anything. So please turn on your notifications and feel free to join us over in the Discord server if you would like to hang out with us
Yes.
outside of the live streams and stuff like that. You just click the link to Club Vatra and join the group. And yeah, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Let's wrap on this night. Hit the like and subscribe. Leave a final word before you go. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you got a laugh, it was all worth it. If you didn't like it, I don't give a shit. Don't be a monster, hit the like. Help me out, smash subscribe. Turn on notifications, don't miss the show. Hit the like before you go. Don't be a monster, hit the like. Help me out, smash subscribe. Turn on notifications, don't miss the show. Hit the like before you go.
Subscribe.